pre-show. Andy, why don't you go ahead and tweet that we have a pre-show up? Jason, could you go ahead and make sure that we're actually broadcasting? Since this is our first broadcast we've ever done live, I want to make sure that this works before we just turn it on and start playing the game.
Where would it be?
It should be in the video.
I still see recent. I'm going to keep refreshing because it just says last minute live show is the latest one, 1 hour ago. Oh, here we go. Live now. I'm going to click on it.
Okay.
I don't see it yet.
It's not in the main videos. It's like right up at the top. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems to be working.
Okay, I'm tweeting it.
Well, I'm sure you guys are really excited about what you're seeing right now. The most boring pre-show of all time. Who do you pick? Who's your first round draft pick? This is a pre-show. Let's talk sports.
Oh, I thought...
My headphones fell out. Jason, who's your first round draft pick? Sport talk.
Eli Manning. Everyone says Peyton's the best, but I root for the underdog.
But who can eat Oreos better? That's the real question.
Robert Griffin III, I guess.
I'm gonna draft Dr. Stephen Strange, the Incredible Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Namor the Submariner. Those are my draft picks. Andy, what about you?
I'm gonna go ahead and draft O.J. Simpson. He seems like a good egg.
He's a good egg, yeah. Just coming up from college.
Yeah.
And you're gonna bring him up to the pros?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Polyester.
He's busy filming Naked Gun though.
Ah, that's right.
Polyester is letting us know that we're live. So
Okay.
We're working. It works.
PK.
It's alive!
PK, you're our man on the outside. How do we sound?
PK fire.
How do we sound, PK?
He hasn't responded, so that's probably good, right?
That's bad. I don't know how long.
You're live, scum faces.
The other problem is we don't know. This is our first time ever using XSplit, so we don't know how long the
delay.
Not delay. Thank you. The delay is. So.
It's weird. I'm logged into the Reload Last Save Twitter, and I've never run it before, so this is very shocking to me. Chris follows a lot of people on this.
We're just now. You said PK, so we're probably about a minute off.
Yeah, it sounds
Ooh,
about
we're
like
1 minute off. So I guess we need to start at 7:01.
No, we need to start right now.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
It doesn't go backwards in time, Chris.
The pre-show stops. The real show starts in 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scum of the Earth Live. Welcome to Sleepy, kinda Sleepy Time Team Live. Welcome to our Friday the 13th Let's Play Live. We're playing Friday the 13th. It's a spooky, scary game. And hopefully, when we're running around Camp Crystal Lake, we're not going to run into Jason.
Hey guys, it's me, Jason. What's up?
Ah! Jason, no! Oh, it's Jason Kelly. That's right. Sleepy Time Team has a guest, so I guess it's no longer Sleepy Time Team. It's just regular Scum of the Earth. We tricked you, assholes.
Don't call our fans assholes.
No, we tricked, like, 2 of them are assholes. I was specifically talking to the 2 people I don't like of our fans. The other 300 are just amazing people.
3 people are watching.
3 people are like, 2 of you are assholes. Which one are you? Which one's... Who is the asshole? Discuss in the comments section.
I want to say that one of them's probably Jason and one of them's probably me. So...
You are correct. So, here's what's going on.
About that.
Let me give you some backstory before we jump into the game. 2 things. 1, why are we doing this so last minute? I forgot it was Friday the 13th. If it wasn't for a John Goodman Saturday Night Live promo where they talked about today being Friday the 13th, I would have totally forgot that it was Friday the 13th. And we originally wanted to play Friday the 13th. Drinking game, how many times I say Friday the 13th. We originally wanted to play Friday the 13th for our Halloween special, but we realized, let's wait till an actual Friday the 13th to do it. Lo and behold, it slips my mind. John Goodman says a joke. Boom, here we are. The second thing is this. I was actually supposed to go and see Lord of the Rings. No, I wasn't. I was supposed to go see The Hobbit with my good friend Chris Casey. Casey, if you're listening, sorry. But something happened. I went to the doctor today, and I've been diagnosed with a bronchial infection. It happens every year around this time. I get sick as a dog. And I was like, I'm going to be so out of my gourd on meds that I'm not going to know what the hell is happening in this movie. So now I'm so out of my mind on meds, I'm not going to know what's happening in this game. So you might be saying, Sleepy Time Team, you're not sleepy. It's only 7 o'clock in Texas. Well, I'm on codeine, Mucinex. I just drank a giant thing of chamomile tea with honey in it. I'm pretty fucking tuckered out, guys. Let's jump in.
And this is Friday, so it's Friday. His name is Chris, and he's tuckered out.
I'm Chris tuckered out, and I'm about to get knocked the fuck out on pills. So let's start.
Chris, wake up! Chris, it's time for the show.
A lot of people don't know this, but Debo from Friday the 13th, not Debo from Friday the 13th. Debo from Friday was played by Zeus, the Man of Destruction, who I think is in prison now.
Let's actually play the game.
If I cough, it's because, like I said, bronchial infection. They had to put a steroid shot in my ass. I'm not doing good, but I'm not going to miss Friday the 13th. Now, for those of you guys who don't know about this game, I consider it one of the first great survival horror games. All of that sentence was a lie. Jason's going to be running the comment section, so if you guys have any questions or comments or just want shout-outs.
All of the comments and the people making them. So it's going to keep me pretty busy, but I'll do my best.
Shout out to the man who made this all happen. We should totally kiss his ass right now. Oh, right away? Are you
Holy
fucking
shit.
serious? Jason was like, my ears are burning. And I'm like, no, I was talking about Roman, not you. He's like, oh. I don't think you can run. I think I got to hold my ground and die. Oh my god. Like,
Mark.
instantly.
PK says that you're pulling a Max Payne, Chris. I think he's referring to the amount of drugs you're doing on the fly.
Also, everything's in slow motion.
Hey, Chris, jump in the air. See how long it takes for you to fall on the ground.
I gotta jump sideways, though. No, but, that's one of my sick noises. Instead of coughing, I just scream. But Roman is a great fan of ours. He is an ex-Let's Player because he said he used to do Let's Plays, but he's since retired. And he actually paid for our XSplit subscription. I offhandedly mentioned it once in a comment on a video, and he just, boom, sent us a 1-year subscription to XSplit. So thank him. He's a great guy. And rumor is he might be coming out of retirement to do a Let's Play.
For one last job.
For one last job. Every time he gets out, they keep pulling him back in. He's thinking about doing a Let's Play of Broken Sword, the new one that just got released that was crowdfunded.
So don't ask us to do it.
So we're doing Broken Sword 1. We're recording it, right now. We did our first recording of it last night before I got really sick. I died. And he's doing the last Broken Sword, so I think if we just keep on the path we're right now, we'll eventually bump heads in the middle of the franchise. So it's weird. It looks like each kid has their own stats. This guy's a little bit slower. Oh, okay, so kids are getting murdered. I gotta get over to where the kids are to okay.
Here's what I think the story is in this particular game. This isn't just a regular camp. It's almost like a retreat for kids with special powers. In this case, they're all geomancers because you notice they can summon rocks at will.
Like Ludo from Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Rock friends.
They don't have a lot of other powers. Pretty much just geomancy. And so I think it's like Dragon Age, where there's like basically like the Mage's Tower,
Yeah.
And they send these like Templar type people, which is Jason Voorhees, to destroy all of the kids before they become.
Oh God! Here he is. I should have got a better weapon before fighting him. I guess I need to say that I've played this game since I was a kid, never beat the game, and never looked up a walkthrough of how to beat the game. I don't...
I've read through how to beat it. I've never attempted it myself. This was one of those games that that was terrifying to me as a kid because of the fact that it was like one of those games that I like rented, right? But remember when you used to go rent stuff at like Blockbuster and you don't really know a lot about the game, and sometimes you don't get a manual with the game?
You just gotta guess it.
There's nothing more terrifying than just being chased relentlessly and having no idea, you know, what you're trying to accomplish, you know?
Clock Tower 3?
And I kind of like the dodge and attack mechanics here. It almost kind of reminds me of Punch-Out! The way you sort of like can like lean and dodge.
Okay, so Jason's killing more kids. I gotta go save him.
This is still so confusing to me. Every time Jason stops talking, you mention Jason Voorhees, and it confuses the fuck out of me.
Why do you think they decided to make Voorhees blue in this one? Hey!
I'm too pilled up to follow your line of thought. You mind backtrack? I'm going the wrong way. Oh.
Okay.
Spit all over the microphone.
We got some comments now.
Yeah.
Pixel Crew is
That's
sad
Dan.
That's Dan.
Yeah, he's sad we're not doing Payday.
No, we're not.
I guess he means...
Although, Payday does have masks in it. I will give him that.
Yeah.
You can pretend to be Jason Voorhees in Payday.
Let's see. They're saying I'm a little bit quiet, but I'm speaking as loud as I can.
How are we?
You guys sound great, apparently.
But you're the only one who sounds quiet.
But I sound like I'm living far away. Which
Crap. Yeah, see the...
let's see. Roman's here, and...
Roman!
Where is he? It's gonna be really shitty if we've been pronouncing his name wrong this whole time.
I just call him Film Roman. It's my nickname for him. Yeah, sorry if Jason sounds a little quiet. We're really trying our best to just futz with this, I guess.
Process.
Yeah. Because I don't know how to turn Skype up because I have my Skype chat as because Jason's actually not here with us. I have my Skype chat as loud as it'll go, and then I turn the volume of the game down.
Well, see, I'm on my cell phone from the lake.
Here, let me try this.
There's just really bad reception out here at this.
As I'm being chased with a zombie, I'm going to futz with the audio.
I got you. That's like what's the score now? I've killed what, 2 of you? Two or 3 of your kids.
Stop killing kids, Jason.
Yeah, we started with like 40, so bit more than 2.
You guys started at a handicap.
Okay, let's see. This is very
Would
hard.
you just disappear?
Okay. People in the chat, tell me if Jason sounds better now or if the game is just way too loud.
Yeah, this is a test.
This is a test.
Right now.
You're helping us. You're helping us get
1, 2, 3.
You're helping us get better. You're helping us learn how to let's play.
Roman said he's finished a Pathfinder session and was about to head to bed, but he's not going to be able to sleep tonight now.
Oh, we're spoiling Roman's bedtime.
I don't know if he means because
Roman,
he's
what class do
sleeping
you
by this
what class
game.
do you main as? I really want to know. It tells you about the person, like what is your main class, not the one you're currently playing, but who do you give us both. What class are you currently rolling as, but who is your default you roll at? I'm pretty sure people can guess if I play D&D or Pathfinder, I'm usually a barbarian or a fighter. I don't like fucking around with magic. It's too complex. Just point me at someone and I'll punch them. Sometimes I'll be a monk. They get to punch people.
Any character can punch someone as long as they have arms.
Now, see, what this game needs, what I feel like Friday the 13th needed was the ability to customize your kids, you know? Kind of like, you know, because that way you sort of feel more of, you just feel more connected to the kids, you know? There's more at stake.
Customize your kids like you're the worst parent in the world. So here's a real question. Andy said any class in D&D can punch people. What if you're a gibbering mouther?
I just said depending on what race it is.
Yeah.
They have arms.
But if a gibbering mouther, like, punches you, is it still considered a bite?
I don't know.
Well, we recently had a discussion last night about whether a kick is really just like a foot punch.
I really thought you said cake, and I'm like, I don't see how cake and punch are anything alike. I mean, one's a liquid and one's a solid. I mean, you have them both at parties, but...
Ask the people in the comments, how's Jason coming through?
Maybe it says maybe a bit better. That's what Kyle says.
Oh, well. Jason, you're just going to have to shout.
Can I shout too?
Shout. I'm going to be shouting.
I was going to say shout, let it all out.
How come the guy we're playing as right now, his face reminds me of JFK? I don't know what.
Ask now what you can't do for your zombies.
Seriously, dude, close your mouth. Stop being so happy. You're being chased by murderers.
I got the skeleton key.
The skeleton key.
What other things do you think they could add to this game that would have made it more true to the films?
I don't know, man.
I think when you randomly like switch to people, some of them are just like making out or like topless or. I mean, that's pretty much what happened in the movies, right? Like they all were like.
Yeah. Well, who am I playing as right now? Am I playing as Kevin Bacon?
Playing as George.
I think he's the only actor I remember from that movie. IMDb, Friday the 13th. Andy, go.
Okay.
Jason, I want you to look up a guide on how to beat this game. Strategies, go. We're going to be doing this for about an hour, unless we beat the game, and then we'll celebrate for an hour. But I don't think we're beating the game. I don't think that's possible. It's taken me 30 years, and I haven't... Well, not 30. I didn't play this as an infant.
I recognize almost no one in this list, but I did see Mark Nelson and really thought it said Mike Nelson for a minute. I'm like,
no,
what?
Mike!
All right,
In the not too distant future.
No, well, Jason does go to space at some point, doesn't he?
He does!
In Jason X or whatever.
He attacks the satellite of love.
Yeah. All right. Roman says that he's never actually played Pathfinder. He's only GM'd.
He's a general manager.
He's played as a D&D invoker, and he has an awesome ability of talking to everyone in a 500-foot radius.
Let me ask the GM this, since he's the general manager. I don't want to go over my manager's head, but can I get the weekend off? It's my goblin's birthday.
You know, you said invoker, and now all I can imagine is that fucking asshole from Dota.
Wow. No,
Fucking hate.
So Roman's asking if this game has a goal, and
it does.
And
Kill.
Die.
PK just says we won't beat it. He's just like that. He's right. This game.
Thanks for believing in us, Kyle.
It takes a lot of practice, a lot of trial and error, even with a walkthrough guide, because you know there's some variable stuff going on.
Hold on, I was just doing some Max Payne moves right there. I was no. Well, Max Payne sometimes rolls on the ground and dies. You and your friends are dead. Game. Oh, fuck.
Usually, oh, well.
Fun fact, this game is made by LJN. LJN Toys Ltd. No relation to Public Image Limited. They are the ones who made those really cool, like, rubber wrestling toys in the 80s. Like, so if you had, like, your Hulk Hogan, your Andre the Giant, and your Macho Man. And I believe they made the Wrestling Buddies, which I think is like their crowning achievement. I think that's what they leave to the rest of the world. Now that LJN is gone, their legacy are Wrestling Buddies.
Okay, Turbona is saying to kill Jason 3 times in a row is the goal. So he really doesn't like me. I think he wants me into the group.
I just want to turn off your chat right now and go, that's one.
Okay. Now he's also saying that there are multiple days, and it gets harder. He thinks.
Oh God.
So basically, shouldn't this game be called Friday 13th through the 15th? Like, or Friday the long weekend?
I'm in the woods. Now, I want to say... I want to say you can find Jason's mother's head in the woods.
I think you have to fight her in this game. I think.
And I think you can use Jason's mother's head as a weapon.
Is he like fucking Grendel from Beowulf? You have to kill his mom, too?
Jason in Gardinum und Cardinum. Oh, man.
Let's see. Lord Nicodarius says the only way to win is to not play. So a lot of people just, you know, they think we picked a bad game.
I'm sorry. Polyester Kyle just mentioned muscle toys.
Yeah.
The Kinnikuman figures, and I just want to say shout outs to you. Those are the best fucking toys ever. I have a bag of them in my room.
Inazuno hashari kono no michitera terasu Thone chibo akinikibimu onari ne unawate hasheru.
I don't know Japanese.
Sugaru
I have no way to
kinikuan ka oni ananata teriba supahi no ja nano sa Kinnikuman, go fight!
We just lost two viewers. No, I was just saying that to get you to stop. But
Yeah, they're still there for some reason.
Mom is an optional boss.
Well, you gotta remember, there's a minute delay.
You stay away from my mom, Chris.
I don't want to mess with your mom. Your mom was in Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, we have seen my mom in Conan the Barbarian.
The girl from Conan the Barbarian, the one who gets killed by Thulsa Doom, and then comes back for like a split second as like a Valkyrie, and then gives like a wink, then disappears. Looks just like Jason's mom. It's frightening, especially because she has a sex scene, and it's like uncomfortable.
Okay, I apologize. PK actually loves you singing that theme song.
Thank you. Those aren't the real words. That's just me inferring a lot of things. My Japanese is extraordinarily limited.
I like to sing all the Japanese songs where they try and shoehorn in a lot of English.
That one was Kinnikuman, go fight.
But that sound fits though. I mean, like the opening to the second Fist of the North Star show.
Welcome to this crazy
crazy
time.
time.
You'll be a tough boy, tough boy, tough boy.
However, that song is the most badass fucking song in the universe, so I can just
we are living the 90s.
It's weird. The original is made in the 80s, so the song actually says "We are living in the 80s," and it's weird hearing it because I've been used to living in the 90s for so long.
But isn't it supposed to be like futuristic apocalypse time also?
Yeah, it's not super futuristic. The show takes place in the year like 2000 something. Because Rao calls himself the end of the century ruler. The apocalypse, like, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, internet. I fucking dare you. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I want to say that the apocalypse only happened a few years before the events of the show. Like less than like 30.
The apocalypse actually happened? Where was I?
I know where you were. The 90s.
Yeah, because there were a lot of buildings just sitting around, but like haven't fallen.
How
over
did that
yet.
submarine end
Oh,
up in
God!
that building?
I'm sorry. Pixel Crew, aka Dan, just mentioned Judo Boy.
Judo Boy is a story. Judo Boy is a story of Dan Javelli's older brother. And he fights bad guys with dogs. That's what I can infer from the trailer.
Yeah, we just watched the opening. We've never actually seen an episode.
Ah, shit.
Chris, these children, they're dropping like flies.
They're dropping like the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Roman...
That would be a good crossover. Would Jason Voorhees be able to take down those crazy kids? I mean, they'll fight back.
Roman...
And they know how to use rocks.
Roman, as a response to what you just said,
Well, what did he say?
he said,
For posterity.
it sounded realistic enough. You should make your own anime. Just put random voiceover and English subs.
Ooh, that would be fun.
But what I was gonna say is I cannot stop. I don't know a lick of Japanese, to be honest. But now every time I do a mic test, I will just sing as many lyrics to the Neon Genesis Evangelion theme song as I can remember, and it gets really annoying.
Do it. Give it.
No. You
Wow.
don't get a taste of it.
No, Andy, come on. You can't mention it and then not doing it. Either that or I'm just gonna steal your gimmick.
But it's my mic test thing, and we're not doing a mic test.
Hey, the mic's broke. I need a mic test.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my screwdriver. Okay, I'm taking it apart.
You ass.
Is it working? Can you guys hear me?
Sonny Chiba.
It's not Sonny
eating
Chiba.
a burrito. My big
Sponsored by
toe
Doritos.
just went to the store.
In response to Roman's question, if there's a pattern to finding Jason, yeah, you just, you can look up my address.
Google Earth. Google
Yeah, on
image.
Google Earth. No, but there's apparently he shows up to certain houses, and I guess maybe it shows up on the map, and then you have to run there and try and stop him before he kills more children.
Buy me Legos when you go to Toys R Us. I don't want those. I want the ones in the blue bag. Oh. Oh, I thought I was doing good. Then I realized his name is Jason. I'm George. You know George, the bad guy from Friday the 13th?
Man, wouldn't it be bad if there was if one of the kids at the camp was named Jason that you played as, and you just get really confused? You're like, I don't know if I want to switch back to him. I might get caught for murder.
How much shit did you get in? Like, how much shit did you get, I guess I should say, because your name is Jason growing up? Like, how many kids made fun of you?
Not really anyone made fun of me. People just always thought it was, like, really cool for, like, a day or whatever. Now, there is a kid that he's probably around 7 or 8, okay?
Mhm.
And he goes to my Taekwondo gym. And ever since he saw me at this, I came to class to spar during an actual Friday the 13th one day. And ever since then, like, every time he sees me, he asks either where my mask is or where's my chainsaw. And every time he asks, it's like the funniest goddamn thing he's ever thought out.
No, you need to say to him, Leatherface had the chainsaw. I have a machete, asshole.
Well, to be fair, Jason...
Check your facts.
The only people who make fun of Jason's name now are me and Chris. And every time Chris sees him, he'll go, Jason! Jason! And then every time I see him, I'll go, Jason, you must learn the ways of the Tatao.
I have a good feeling about this run. I can do it.
You can do it, Mark. Oh, no.
What a mark. He's a mark for the monster business. Oh, I love this character because, look, her face disappears.
People are either reciting words to anime songs or something.
Read them out. Read them out.
Don't
leave us high and dry.
Na tenshi no thesis, and that's from Roman. Tori Fields says Zankao Ku.
Jason, I'm not even going to touch on that.
Do we know her?
Oh, I say I've no Tori.
You know, that's the Tori?
Yeah, that's
The infamous Tori? The one who's on all the English newspapers?
Oh, god damn it. See, every time I mention Tori's name, Chris has to assume I mean the British.
Every time he says Tori, I then shout, Labor! Oh,
What the fuck?
He's a shark now! No! My Friday the 13th Jaws fanfiction has come to life with horrible consequences. I'm getting out of the water. Don't go in the water, mingle with slaughter.
Okay, Tori says
What?
press A to Jason.
Jason! This Tori, I mean, I would like to see more from her. Maybe you could go to my YouTube account and see Let's Plays with her. Okay, full disclosure, that's my girlfriend.
Full disclosure, Pixel Crew's my girlfriend.
You and your friends are dead! Chris!
Andy?
Oh, wait, Chris is still alive.
Andy?
Sorry, Chris.
Andy, we've been dead this whole time. This was the only way I knew how to tell you.
It's a good thing you guys are just my acquaintances.
So this isn't going too well, guys.
Well, there's okay. Turbona is giving us more tips.
What's he say?
There's a really easy way, I guess, to get a strong weapon, but you have to know some arcane dumb stuff you have to do. Also, a house in the woods with a torch that he forgets how to get.
Wow, what a great tip, Turbona.
I apologize. But apparently this game's it's possible to beat this game in like under 10 minutes.
I'm
online.
eating right now. I'm like
very professional.
I'm taking cough drops because I'm so sick.
So
I dropped it now. It's covered in hair.
I want to ask you guys a question. I want to bring up something that's
Yeah.
not related to this game, but it's video game related. So
Yeah.
I'm playing Wind Waker HD, and you know, it seems like every time, like every Zelda game, like the Triforce, it's either like one piece or sometimes it's been 3 pieces a lot.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's like broken into 8 pieces. Like
Yeah.
you know, the very first one. So now in Wind Waker, so there's the 2 main pieces. There's wisdom and power, but courage got broke up into like 8 shards. Okay.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks because that I don't know. That kind of makes me mad. Almost like if you were watching Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
And they're like, you have to find the 7 mystical Dragon Balls, and you find 6 of them. You get to the 7th, and they're like, oh yeah, wait, we forgot that one's broken into 7 other pieces.
That's called mid-season padding.
Also,
Yeah,
you have to
so-
find the black Dragon Balls. They have a black star in the middle of them.
So I was
Wait,
just
hold
like,
on. What's this about, Most Def? You gotta find Black Star? I think he works with Ed Banger Records.
Black Star is a band made up of Mos Def and some kid who looks kind of like a blue Naruto. No, wait, that's Black Star from Soul Eater. Never mind.
Oh, new pro tip from PK. Lighting the fireplaces makes it so Jason can't appear there. I think.
Thanks, PK.
So,
Why can't I go to this fucking house? It's on the map.
Apparently, it's very warm in the tracksuit
lost
and mask he wears. So if you light a fire, he'll be like, "Oh God, it's too toasty in there. I'm leaving. It's like a sauna in here."
He's like, but I can't take off my mask because you know it's what makes the outfit.
It completes the outfit. What do you think his mask and tracksuit are made out of? I think
I'm assuming different things because one of them is a fabric.
I was gonna say cashmere.
Get the strawberry jam.
I was gonna say cashmere and velour, and he's a cashmere velour candy cane.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself, Jason.
I would say it's probably like a faux suede polyester nylon blend.
It's made out of polyester, Kyle.
No, he's been Jason all along. We're unraveling a mystery. Polyester Kyle. By the way, I gotta ask, Polyester Kyle, why you named that? Are you a big fan of John Waters? But your name's not Francine. You can't be Polyester Francine. You're Polyester Kyle.
Dead silence.
We're afraid your boy Dexter is criminally insane. That boy needs
sometimes
therapy.
forget that you guys can't actually-
Psychosomatic.
That boy needs therapy.
Fairly psychosomatic. Lie down on the
That's true.
couch.
But what does that mean?
You're a nut. You're crazy in the coconut.
What does that mean?
That boy needs therapy.
Sorry, what are you saying, Jason?
Tori makes a good point that you have to find the maps for the pieces of the Triforce, and then you have to find the pieces themselves.
Wind Waker
Yeah,
was all
so-
searching.
Yeah, it's just
Still
all-
loved it though. Wind Waker's my favorite.
No, it's a good game. I'm just like, oh man, I thought I was so close. And then they took it out of my hand. And what's the deal with the Triforce? Why does it keep breaking? It's like the sages keep putting it back together. Like, they keep breaking it and then making people go and put it back together.
In the game's defense, though, Jason, you said the same thing when playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You're like, I just beat Shaft. I'm so close to winning the game. And I didn't even have to fight Dracula. And then you look up. What? Another castle? Shit.
Another castle. Mm-mm.
Self-referencing a movie we're never gonna release. We might be doing a Kickstarter soon to reshoot the movie with better equipment. We made a movie, and we've shown clips from it before, but we made a movie that was actually not a movie really. It's an interactive choose your own adventure video series that we were also going to put on DVD, and you'd play by skipping scenes and whatnot. But it was based on Phantasmagoria. We call it Phasmophobia, the House of a Thousand Beds. But sadly, just as funny as the stuff we shot was, the stuff we shoot now for our little shows, Gameducation and Choose Your Own Adventure, looks so much better because we have such better equipment that it just, if we release it now, it looks really unprofessional, I guess is the way to put it. But we want to reshoot it, but we want to get, an actual camera. Right now we use a little camcorder to shoot Choose Your Own Adventure and Gameducation. And we built custom lighting rigs. And I think it looks decent for what it is. It looks decent for a video game review show on the internet. But we don't have that good film look, which if we wanted to really make Phasmophobia and have it be as great as possible, I'd really want, like, not $20,000 cameras, but at least like a Canon T3i or something.
Well, Chris, I told you there's like a Photoshop After Effects. If you want to put a film over, what's going on screen, I think you can just
Oh, there's a filter that just says look better.
Well, I thought you meant I'm sorry. You said you wanted better film. I thought you said you wanted a film over the video,
like a green viscous goo.
Yeah, like the Matrix or something.
I could do that. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah. You just take a picture of a green viscous goo and then drop the opacity by 50%, and then drop it in your workspace.
Let's see, Polyester
Kyle is apparently a parrot.
Yeah.
Why?
Who has gained sentience and learned how to use a computer. No.
I'd watch that show.
He said when he was a kid, he used to mouth the words other people were speaking and got nicknamed Polly, like a parrot. And then it was just evolved into Polyester. That's actually a cool story.
That's kind of like in Frasier, the coyote. That's what I always remember. There's a...
Roman says your Dracula's in another castle.
Fools!
And Pixel Crew is wondering if I'm secretly playing as Jason. Yes, and you know what? You guys might think I'm cheating, but it's very hard because I have to do everything off screen. It's very hard for me to kill these.
That's why it's so hard to find us.
Right now, I'm making this challenge to anyone on the internet. If you can go in Gary's mod and make a custom game mode where one person is Jason Voorhees and the rest are campers in a camp, please release that. If not, we will.
Also, make a custom game mode where you have to use a net and a stun stick to catch apes.
We want to play Ape Escape.
We want to play Ape Escape again, but we want to be able to make our own maps.
No, that shouldn't be too hard. We get a big map, we put some houses down, and then one person gets a machete, and we boost his life up to, like, exorbitant amounts, and then everyone else just has to find him.
I'm friends with one of the guys who made Chimera Hunt, so I could probably just ask him if he wants to help.
Just replace Chimera with Jason Voorhees. Boom, you're done.
Yeah. Chimera Hunt is so much fun, though. Oh my god, I want to play it again. Oh my god, why have we never done that for the website?
Coming up soon, a Chimera Hunt video.
Well, we haven't played any Earthbound games, but we're going to play a game based on Mother 3.
We do not have time to play the Earthbound games.
I've seen Let's Plays online that are like 80 fucking videos.
Even though Earthbound is legit, not joking, not being hyperbolic here. Earthbound is legit my favorite game of all time and probably the most important game in my life. Like, as developing my sense of humor, as developing my sense of style, it just influencing every facet of my life. As much as I love Earthbound, I want to wait to do a Let's Play because I have a special idea for it. But it's going to take us being much more popular than we are. Like, I'm saying when we get up to like 600,000 subs, which might never happen, sadly, but if we ever get to like 600,000 subs, like, we're pulling in Donkey numbers or JonTron numbers, that's when I want to do an Earthbound Let's Play, because I have something special in mind for it. But so you guys, if you want to see Earthbound Let's Play, you got to make that happen. Start putting flyers up.
PK says Ape Escape is integral to his upbringing. I'm trying to think of games that sort of, shaped me as a gamer when I was younger. Or I guess for me it was, of course, the Sonic the Hedgehog series.
Oh God, yeah.
On Sega.
Nerd.
Oh, okay. So here's a question for you guys. For NES games, well, obviously this was a licensed property, and it turned out to be a nightmare in more ways than one. What are some of your favorite, intellectual properties that were turned into games like in the NES era?
I found Laura Palmer.
I really loved the Jaws game because it was kind of fun how like you're hunting Jaws down, but then you encounter him and then you're like, oh crap, it's Jaws.
By the way,
running away trying to
so wait,
this is also a question for people in the comments.
Yeah. I mean, some of I think the first Batman game, I never got to play it. I remember RoboCop was just
Dun dun
did not
dun
control
dun
well.
dun dun
Dun
dun
dun
dun
dun dun
dun
dun dun
dun
dun dun dun dun. Bum 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 bum.
Dilbert,
Bum bum bum.
I think you should kill yourself.
Bum 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 bum.
Okay.
Bum 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 bum. Why is Shrek piss? That's a comment.
Shrek is Drek.
Why is Shrek piss? That's a comment for the comment. If you haven't seen that, please check out the Dilbert cartoons, not the show. What's the actual? Look it up. What's the actual file name so that people can look up the glory that is the Dilbert series?
It's just called Dilbert 2 and Dilbert 3.
Look up Dilbert 2 and Dilbert 3 by
C-Boy-R-D. Short for Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee made a Dilbert cartoon.
Also, Polyester Kyle says he has a Let's Play of Earthbound on his channel, and he also says Fuzzy Pickles. I'm doing a peace sign right now, so you can't see it, but
Thank you
thank you for rescuing me. My friends are inside. They told me not to go.
Where are you, Jason? Ah!
I'm right here. I'm right behind you, Chris. I'm trying to think other licensed property games.
Okay. What is Landstalker?
I don't really think of anything. I think they made a Rocketeer game.
Landstalker.
That
That's
was out there.
Hold on, Landstalker. That's a Sega Genesis game, top-down perspective, walking around a dungeon, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment section. But I want to say Landstalker is the unofficial sequel to a game me and Jason played. Jason, do you remember that game? You bought it for the NES, and it has like the greatest like intro music of all time.
Yeah.
What was the name of that game? Like Sorcerer.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
And you own it. What is it called?
Oh man. I'm thinking. Yeah, it was something to do with Sorcerer. But
Jesus
I can't
Christ,
remember.
you're killing me.
I can't remember.
Go look.
Well, I don't have the game in my house.
You suck.
Or in my apartment. I mean, it's at the house.
Annie,
Wait.
Wikipedia Landstalker. This is killing me. What is the prequel?
Wait, hold on. Pixel Crew says he grew up on Elite Beat Agents.
He's really young. Dan's like 18.
I thought I was like 16 when that game came out.
Yeah, that's actually true. Dan, you're a fucking liar. You're only a few years younger than Andy. Were you not allowed to play video games until... Oh, right off the bat again.
Polyester Kyle, you can be my whore any day. That came out wrong. I'm sorry.
What?
He said, sorry for the unintentional whoring of my channel. Capcom made a ton of awesome Disney games. Pretty much all of them were great, and I agree. Considering one of them just got a remake, I definitely have to agree. Roman says Landstalker is an isometric Zelda-like game. He said it faster than I can Wikipedia it.
But there was a game that came out for the NES before... Oh, no. Yeah, I'm thinking of something completely different.
This guy's fucking face on the cover of Landstalker.
Scroll down so I can see what the graphics actually look like. Okay, look up in Google Images.
Look at it. There you go.
Okay.
Stalk the
not
land.
the game I was thinking of. I apologize.
Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to stalk the land that we're giving away. We all live together.
You know,
Talking about forgiveness.
you know who I like? I like Land Stander.
What about Star Tropics? That was a game that I didn't find out about until way later, like only a few years ago, and got to try it. But that was really.
You were late to the Star Tropics party.
Oh, Roman also makes a good point. Ninja Turtles, yeah, the arcade one, of course. I is what I assume.
The other one is, oh my god, it's such a bad game. It might be the worst licensed game.
No, I don't think it's a bad game. I just think it's
It's so frustrating.
It's frustrating.
But no,
there's a learning curve to
there,
it.
no,
I've
there's
gotten
but
very
there's
far.
there's game design though. A game should be difficult because of the challenge, not because of poor design. It is a game that fights you every step of the way. There's so many glitches, there's so many the controls are just horrible. There's bad design choices all around. The only thing it has going for it is some of the greatest like butt-kicking music out there.
It does.
Like I'm ready to fight someone after listening to that music.
What is The Immortal?
Oh, maybe it's Solstice. Do you think that's the game?
Solstice. Thank you. That's the game.
Thank you for
Summer
the-
solstice, baby! Hooray
Yeah.
for baby!
Yeah, that's definitely the game.
Solstice.
Like the game
Oh,
itself.
the intro song to
overwhelming,
Solstice
but
is so awesome.
The music makes you think it's gonna be like twice as good as any Zelda game ever made.
It makes you think that like you're that kid in the 80s movie, you know, who found the magic game cartridge and you're going to get sucked in and you're going to go on a magical adventure.
Yeah. Oh man, so I've got a question here. So you keep walking into these rooms where Jason's got with the kids, right? So is he lining them up like execution style?
Yeah.
That's just really freaky. And he doesn't even have a firearm. He's just gonna like literally walk up and punch each one to death. How come when he's in the house he doesn't have a weapon, but when he's chasing you he's got an axe?
By the way, look up Jason Takes Manhattan fight scene roof if you have a chance, people. It's the greatest fight scene in movie history. Jason fist fights a guy on a roof and uppercuts his goddamn head off.
That's what you would consider the best fight scene of all time.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
you're a bit hyperbolic.
no, I'm not being hyperbolic. It's the greatest. Game of Death, nothing. Police Story has nothing on Jason Takes Manhattan. I don't care if Tony
this is where
Jaa
you and I-
has to
this
jump
is
off a
where you and I
million
differ.
helicopters.
Now, this is where you and I differ on good fight scenes. You like things that are just like set pieces or just like weird prop things. I like actual choreography, you know, and like, you know, sort of back and forth.
It takes a lot of choreography to punch a guy's head off.
Well, I guess that's true. You got to get it right the first take.
Yeah.
But how do you really test run that?
I don't know. But I mean, yeah, I'm going to say a watermelon on a log is how you test run it.
Oh, Roman,
And then when you're
we're-
done, delicious snack.
Roman, we're talking about the very first Ninja Turtles game, like the one that came on NES before Turtles 2, the arcade game.
Turtles 2 the arcade game is badass.
But the Ninja Turtles fighting game was also extremely horrible. It was incredibly cheap. The basically, I mean, they took the idea that they used in Street Fighter to a whole new level, where the game characters didn't have good AI. They just spammed their specials and were invincible when they used them.
Just like the Street Fighter the movie game, they actually keyed in actual images of real turtles, and it was
That would have
really
been awesome.
It was really distracting, honestly. They were very clunky and hard to move.
Well, yeah, it's hard to move around in those big suits. I mean, because they're people pretending to be turtles.
No, they were real turtles.
Oh.
And I admit it's clunky because the shell, but I mean, I'm sure they're used to it. They've had it the whole life.
Does every fight end with you just push someone and they can't get back up? They're trying to roll side to side.
This is sad. Andy,
Yes?
this is my last run through. I'm going to hand the controller to you and you're going to try it.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'll go next.
Okay, Jason.
Give me. I need to plug in my wireless controller. What's the range on this? Is it Oh, it's only like 30 feet. You guys are like miles away, so that's not gonna work.
Jason's beating a dead horse.
Is that? Do you mean those children you're playing as?
Yes, they're horses.
He doesn't seem to get tired of killing them. He's like, no, I'll do this as many rounds as you
He's at
want.
the time of his life. I like to think the reason why he's lining them up is that he's gonna jump him with a motorcycle, and he just keeps failing. Debbie! Oh, Debbie!
I assume he's
I broke the window for you, Debbie!
You
I
know
broke the window for you, Debbie, so we can get back together!
You see the guys lined up, right? But then you have to turn the corner, right? And he's hiding back there. What if he's like, okay, guys, it's time for camp pictures. Okay, next kid.
Fuzzy Pickles. Oh, God.
He's like tricked them.
Why does
Roman's
it
asked if we've tried Broken Sword 5 yet.
No, we've only played the first one.
We've played
kind of.
75% of the first one.
As we say in the video, which is not out yet.
No. That's misleading. People are going to think our Let's Play is now 75% done. We're 5% done on our Let's Play.
Wait, how come his
We were
hands...
like 9%, remember?
The-
9 or 12%.
Okay,
I don't want to do it.
well, you're going to do it. I've
never
had to
played
do it
this
for
game.
almost an hour. Andy's taking over now. We're going to see how he fares.
Playing video games for an hour. How... I don't... Mark, Paul... Okay, I got Paul, George... Wasn't Linda in last time? Okay, I'm gonna play as this. Okay.
Start button.
This is embarrassing. Use the torch to light the fire.
Yeah, that sounds like... what do you think about... Just
Hey,
try
is it
playing as one kid, right? And because I think what's the problem is you guys are trying to level each one up individually. Just get one really superpower high level guy, you know, the guy that has like the top rock throwing skill.
It's like League of Legends. We want to just main with one guy and learn all of his special abilities.
And if somebody takes him, just cry about it for hours.
Then just quit out.
But then you can just
No dupe.
level the other guys, right?
Let's play Dota. I want to be the giant spider.
Conquer! Sorry, I play as oh fuck, what is his name?
Tide Hunter.
Tide Hunter?
You can't hide from the tide.
You can't hide from the tide. I play as Tide Hunter exclusively. He is the best.
I can't do any of my voices because my throat hurts so bad.
Hey, what's up, lady?
That's the voice I always hear in my head when I have to do laundry. I don't want to wash my clothes. You can't hide from the tide.
You can't hide from the tide. I can't remember any of his lines. I haven't played in so long. So how do I talk to her? What
You
the
don't. Oh, that's how you switch characters.
I don't know how to play this game.
You're gonna leave. You're gonna leave.
I think you're doing fine, Andy.
Jason, can you read the chat? Is there anything
let's
going on
see.
there? I can't read it. I'm busy.
PK asks, "Are you eating, Jason? You got children to kill, man. No time for snacks."
No, that's that. Sorry, that's me. I have a to keep me from coughing. I have cough drops in my mouth. So it's one or the other. I'll put it down. I'll see how long it can last.
You just put it on the table?
Detailing
That's
all of
disgusting,
the
man.
absurdity in Broken Sword 5. There's a guy that's killed. You get a close up of his face. You can put his glasses on and off again, open and close his eyes repeatedly. Basically, you can play with him dead, which you can do in the first one.
Yeah, the first one. That's we do that for like a good minute. We just keep opening and closing the guy's eyes.
Yeah, we're like, no, this guy died of epilepsy. See, he keeps blinking and
Epileptic.
his brain shorted out.
This is the remix.
So you think it has nothing to do with this bullet wound in the side? Nope. Epilepsy.
This looks like the jungles
watch
from the
Pokemon.
Platoon game.
If only those rocks were grenades, it'd be a lot easier. No, Roman, I'm just joking. There are no character levels in this game. It's just wishful thinking. Maybe they'll bring it out in Friday the 14th.
Jason, you got to read what the comments, what comments that people are actually saying, because when this gets re-uploaded, no one's gonna see the comments.
Oh, okay.
Jason,
Well, asking if there are actually character levels in the game.
There you
No.
go.
I was just joking.
Whoa, I got knives!
And Tori says that's like leveling your starter Pokemon and ignoring the rest. Once that one's dead, you're fucked. Well, that's true, but
Once that one's dead, I reload my last save state.
Well, what if you're doing a Nuzlocke?
Then, if you're doing a Nuzlocke, isn't the idea that once all your Pokemon are dead, you're just done?
Yeah, and that's why you don't level up one and not the others.
I thought the Nuzlocke challenge was you only do one.
Well, there's variations on it. The original was only one Nuzlocke.
so are we gonna go back and play the other Friday games? You know, like the first and second. I mean, I think it's amazing that they had the tenacity, you know, to release, 13 of these. But I really don't feel like they.
First one was the best. They get more mediocre the longer.
Jason, look at your calendar. The day after Friday is not another Friday. It doesn't go, oh, here's Friday the 13th, and then the 14th, and then Friday the 15th, Friday the 16th.
In my life, every day's a Friday. Because I work at Fridays. No, just kidding.
If you work at a TGI Fridays, then why the fuck are the tacos so small?
Can we just say fuck TGI Fridays?
Fuck TGI Fridays.
What a horrible restaurant. Oh, we just lost sponsorship dollars. What's weird is we have a sponsor. He's in the chat room right now.
Oh shit!
Psycho Fox has joined.
Psycho Fox! Everyone say hi to Psycho Fox.
Hi.
He's always leaving really funny comments that
He
are
forgot this was happening.
borderline
He's watching
racist.
from the beginning, so he's way behind. So he's
It's
gonna
okay. We also forgot this was happening. So
I guess with Roman,
Hey, kids.
Polyester Kyle, and Psycho Fox, it's almost like the gang's all here. We have, I guess, our core of great fans. Oh, that alienates all the rest of the fans, I guess. But I'm saying, as far as fans that constantly leave comments and stuff, there are some more.
Shit.
I know we actually have quite a few female fans, which is perplexing to me because I'm a racist scumbag and.
yeah, females are his least favorite
I meant
race.
sexist. Sleepy time team. I'm allowed to. I am not racist. I am not a racist, and I only make sexist jokes. Oh God.
Alienating our audience.
Oh, I can't edit either. I Freudian slipped that I'm racist. I'm sorry. I just hate
bad
Laplanders
jokes to
so
mix up.
much. With their
Damn
stupid.
astronauts!
Everyone hates astronauts.
Everyone hates them!
I'm gonna kill you.
That is like... That joke is almost as old as I am.
Yeah. We don't need no moon cheese babies. What is a moon cheese baby?
Where is Jason?
We did want to originally.
Jason, I swear to God, if you answer, I'm gonna cut your throat in real life.
We did actually want to not call ourselves Scum of the Earth. Our original name was going to be. Oh, there's a note. There's a note.
I'm trying.
Our original name was going to be the Hong Kong Danger Duo. You know, 'cause
Hong Kong Danger Duo.
there's three of us, so we're the perfect amount of people to be the Hong Kong Danger Duo.
Duo means danger.
No.
Duo means Hong Kong.
No, it doesn't.
How do you pick that up? Seriously, how do you pick
Try
it up?
select.
PK is
yeah.
asking,
Okay.
isn't TGI Fridays where Jennifer Aniston works in Office Space? I think they
was-
work at a parody of it.
Here's your
I think-
flare.
Yeah. It's been really hard
Cabins.
with us with the servers working at Fridays because with the economy being so bad, it's tough to spend that extra money on the flare. I mean, people just aren't getting it the way they used to be.
That's why their tacos are so small. The economy.
I mean, I actually had to sell some of my flare to another guy, in order to make ends meet this past month. It's sad. I mean, it was one of my favorite pieces.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be looking for a
It's not
cabin
fair to Flare.
by the woods.
Roman says female is not a race.
He says what?
Female's not a race.
Female is not a race.
Oh God, this is gonna haunt me to the day I die.
Yeah, it really will.
We're aware of that. Chris wasn't.
Aren't you Chris Vaughn, the guy that said females were a race? Aren't you the guy who said you were racist against females? Arnita Sarkeesian is gonna make a whole video series on me.
Well, that'd be good exposure at least.
It would be. I can never pronounce her name. I'm always saying it like it's a weird alien.
Last time I mentioned her, I accidentally called her Anita Harkonnen. I don't know why. I assume she was from House Harkonnen.
Is the Quizak Cataract, is his goal to rebalance sexism in video games?
Yeah.
Like he shows up and his eyes are just bright fiery blue and he says there needs to be more playable girls in Mario. But he says it with his mind.
We did. I did recently unlock. Spoiler alert! If you haven't played the new Super Mario 3D World, you can actually not only play as Peach, but Rosalina is in it, and she's kind of cool. She's actually the strongest, so to speak. She's stronger.
What's
than
her
all the other Mario
power?
brothers.
Well, oh, there you go. Sexism in video games, it's over.
She's so strong she can attack people without any power-ups. I mean, Mario can't even punch anymore. Remember how you used to be able to punch
I remember
in Super Mario 64?
Yeah.
Right. What happened to that?
I
They
think.
just decide no, that's not my.
Oh my God! I remember all the Wario games. You could do like a shoulder thing, like a
Yeah, you could shoulder rush. You could like.
Shoulder tackle.
like your freaking reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Wow, I just realized he does a shoulder tackle, right? Wario has more moves than John Cena does.
Wario! Ha ha ha!
Because, like, John Cena has 5 moves. Wario has, I think, at least 7. So I'd like to imagine this. You know how Jason's going so fast in the water? I'm imagining he's on a jet ski, but because he's so heavy, it's like weighing the jet ski down, so the jet ski's actually underwater.
Hey, remember that part in the movie where those zombie mermaids jumped out of the water after you?
Yeah.
Or after the kids, and then those crows dive bombed you, and then those zombies came out of the ground.
Why do you say, hold on, I think you ruined
Oh
your
God!
own
I
joke.
tripped and died.
Because you said you. Was the movie shot in the first person's perspective? That would be kind of a cool horror movie. Is that the audience has to pretend to be. Oh, do you think they're gonna start doing the Oculus Rift? They'll make first person horror movies.
I'm saying you because I'm watching you guys play this game. You know, so we're.
But you said
playing,
the movie.
Like,
So
I know. I was like thinking the game, and talking about the movie, and I think I got myself mixed up.
why do these guys look like Schmorky drew them? I'm Mark. What's up?
Hi,
Oh,
I'm
hi
Mark.
there, zombie.
I'm Mark. I'm gonna go throw boulders at you. Oh no! Now you listen here, Mr. Man, Jason Voorhees.
Let's see. Jerona also says the red jelly is healing stuff. I thought those were just preserves we were collecting. Voorhees brand preserves. And what else?
Sorry, Polyester Kyle just said that Super Mario, what is it called? The Super Mario World U?
3D World.
Super Mario 3D World is still sexist because it has upskirts in the way of Futurama tubes.
Oh, that's great.
I am so fucking lost right now.
Although I'm amazed because the cat suit that you get in that game, it basically makes you like a ninja. It is amazing. You can climb walls, you can dive bomb at people, you can like.
Do you think
slide-
there was a loss in communication when making that?
Why?
That someone wrote they wear a cat suit and they get ninja-like abilities, and they were actually talking about those sexy, like, super tight leather Catwoman style suits.
Like the kind that they wear in the when they ride bikes in Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah. And then it was like, okay, so, you know, Princess Peach is going to put on the sexy cat suit. And then, you know, then she's wearing this giant yellow literal cat suit, but then the person, he's also a furry, so he's like, nah, I'm still good.
Still good. No.
Still good. It works.
I love the fact that she actually ties her hair back
when she gets the
gets
firepower.
firepower.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, if you think about it, I think the flower actually magically ties her hair back.
Yeah, she doesn't even like use her
She
hair.
doesn't do it. It just happens.
Andy, did you step on a flower?
And she gets to wear a cool dress
Step
when
on
she
a
gets the
flower.
Tanuki suit. Oh, another cool thing. Okay, here's a weird
Stop
thing.
talking about this game. We're playing Friday the 13th.
No. Super Mario 3D World. Okay, Luigi.
No. Jason. I'm almost 100% sure this is Friday the 13th we're playing.
Okay, Luigi dresses as a green cat because that's his color, right? He's green.
Isn't he like a leopard?
Toad. It's the blue Toad, so he wears blue.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! What is that?
Right?
Jason, stuff is happening in the game.
I'm just saying, Mario is red, yet he's a yellow cat in the game. What the
Okay,
hell?
here's the deal.
Because he likes Garfield, okay?
Here's the deal. Now, because of that little
Oh fuck shit.
tangent of yours, when we eventually play Super Mario 3D World for the site, you are going to have to give equal time to talk about Friday the 13th during that Let's Play.
I'll trade it back. It's cool.
Hey, I'm Paul.
Wait,
Huh,
Chris,
is
can I
that Paul
do
Wall?
that? Can I start talking about any game and then we'll have to Let's Play it so that I can get the speaking time back? I'm gonna start
No,
talking about.
you're not. I'm not going to play Red Hook's Revenge. I'm not falling for this trap.
I'm gonna play Sonic Spinball.
So
If
anyway,
you want to do it for the site, you go right
guys,
ahead. I
let's
won't
start
stop
talking
you.
about the game we're actually playing, okay?
Okay.
So in Tenchu Z, I always after I unlocked after you beat the game, you get a lot of like really cool like back items and stuff that you can just wear, and for some reason you can get a gun.
But you can't use it.
Yeah, it's an assault rifle. And you can get a loot, which is really cool, but it's probably pretty bad for a ninja to use that. So Friday the 13th.
Glitterfist says tying your hair back equals serious business. So
Glitterfist, that's another one of our great fans who's always leading great comments. I was trying to remember your
Don't
name.
clap into the mic.
Hi, Glitterfist. That's a clap. My pop filter's broken, so I'm probably actually annoying the shit out of a lot of
Yeah,
people.
you probably just made her deaf, so.
Glitterfist! And then she just goes,
Ah,
Psychobox
great. I
says,
gotta sleep with the fan on
I've
now.
never gotten that those rectangles. What those rectangles are in the cabins? Are they windows? No, they just hang crates up on the wall. It's just their aesthetic.
That's modern art.
Although I think it's funny that when you look at the map, it sort of looks like the little Monopoly pieces. You know, it's like a bunch of those little houses. Like you'd think if they put enough of those together, like this place would change from a camp to a hotel. Oh, the ones you have to climb through. I don't know.
what do you
They
what do you
might
mean?
be- I think
Jason,
they
what do
might
you...
be-
Hold on, Jason, what are you talking about?
Psycho Fox says the ones you have to climb.
Okay, you need to... Last time I'm going to explain this. You need to read the person's name, then read their comment.
Well, I'm
People in the
not-
future will not know what you're talking about. They're
I
going to
don't
think
know
you're
what you're talking
schizophrenic. What?
I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about the fireplaces. Because there's those black holes that you kind of have to...
Last
So-
man standing. Paul, yeah. Check out his really weird fucking jump.
That's how I jump.
His fucking like proportions are all wrong. I feel like he's from Code Geass.
I have a feeling that's not the last time Chris is going to have to tell me that. He says that's the last time he's going to tell me, but he's probably going to remind me when I do it wrong again. I'm just saying.
Only one way to find out. No, don't. Please don't. Wait, how did I just get 25 children? Am I pregnant? Did I have a litter? Fire!
They found out
Knife,
they were short, so
knives!
they held a new registration for latecomers. We had recent openings here. Are they being dumped off? Like, are these like, I don't know. Is this like some sort of terrible thing like Abe's Odyssey? Like they're just dumping these kids to be like processed and they're just getting like killed really quickly?
Okay, so you know what would be really great
Yeah.
is if Chris did the next thing without me commenting at all, because I really have to use the restroom. I'll be back in like a minute. I'm so sorry.
This is our last
I've been drinking a
playthrough.
lot of tea.
Annie's gonna go
Only
take
an hour in.
Yeah, we're gonna. I said an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. That's what I said at the beginning, right?
Yeah, and then you changed it to 3 hours.
Yeah, you said like.
You
1 to
said
2
two.
hours.
You said 2.5 hours.
Did I say
Yeah.
2.5 hours?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
the
you said.
let's play. It says 1/3 done.
Oh shit. Well, we're not going to 3 hours, people.
Okay, I'll be right back.
don't
I'm.
have-
Oh, hold on. People in the comment section. Do you want us to keep going or no? Because if they answer no, it's gonna make me feel bad.
Jason, you're in charge of the comments till I'm back.
Andy, go piss. Go piss. Go.
You just said hold on.
Go pee. Go pee. Okay, we're gonna keep playing for a little bit here. This is my first time using XSplit. Before I hit start, I'm gonna wait for Andy to get back. This is my first time using XSplit, so when it told me to fill out how long this was going to be, I just hit the first thing it said, which was 3 hours, thinking, oh, that'll give us a good buffer. So if we go over, nothing bad's gonna happen. I didn't know everyone else would see that, so everyone's expecting us to do a 3-hour show with this one game. I don't think we have enough material, honestly. I think everything that can be said about Friday the 13th has been done.
We'd have new material if you got farther in the game.
I don't think so. I think the thing is you kill Jason 3 times, you see the ending. Boom.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and he'll come back. I mean, he'll still come back. He always does.
He'll be back on Christmas Day. He'll be back on Christmas Day.
I agree, Tori. This is a very depressing summer camp. And she says she loves how the cabins are completely empty. They're refurbishing. Most places will refurbish during the summer, before the kids come back. But see, it should be opposite at a camp. You refurbish during like the winter when all the kids are at school. It's just not a very well-run camp. I mean, they can't even take care of one mass murderer running loose.
Polyester Kyle says, I'm sorry, Jason. Don't mind Chris's nagging. People are just on edge because you're such a brutal murderer.
And it's funny.
Oh, God. Psycho Fox wants us to go to 3 hours. Oh, God. He wants us to do several 3-hour blocks until we hit 7 a.m. Fuck you, Psycho Fox. I'm not doing that.
I don't know. We are up to 12 people watching.
12 people? Yeah, out of 300. That's not good. I'm sad. I think we did a I had to pull one of my teeth out. One of my teeth was loose, so I ripped a tooth out. I got bad teeth, so I just pulled one out. Anyway, so we did a Taco Man Let's Play live once. We were a special guest. I think he since took the video down, so I can no longer brag about it. But we did we were special guests in the Taco Man live once. And they only had about 80 people in, but then later the video got over 1,000 hits, so, we only have 12 people now, but luckily a few hundred will see this. Or you 12 can just watch it again and again and again. Or open up different web browsers and sign in with dummy accounts to make us feel better.
I'd say that at least the quality of the people here makes up for the number.
That's true.
I like everyone in it.
In the Taco Man Let's Play, there were quite a few children who kept saying, it's my friend's birthday, say his name. These are all people that we know and are great.
Glitterfist wants us to do a 24-hour stream.
Oh my God, Glitterfist, why do you do this to me?
Well, Pixel Crew says Jason's turn, but I've been playing every time. I've won every game so far. I think that's why they're getting so frustrated. Like I've had a perfect run.
This game that we're hypothetically creating reminds me a lot of Space Hulk. Because one person has a distinctive advantage because of who they're playing as, not because of their level of skill.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, it's true.
If machetes all the time.
If you
I'm
have
really good at punching people.
If you have 2 people playing Space Hulk for the first time, the Gene Stealer will win every single time.
I don't think you have scientific evidence to back that up.
I've ran tests. I have about 8 friends, so that's 4 games, and every 4 games of the first time those 8 people played Space Hulk, the person who played the Gene Stealer won every time.
That's a terrible sample size.
It's a terrible sample size, but it's the best I can do with. I don't live in England. I can't just walk over to people like, who's up for a Games Workshop game? And then all of London just empties out into my house.
Well, we can go to the Games Workshop in Grapevine Mills. Of course, now they sell yogurt and not figurines, so...
Why would you go all the way to London to do this test?
Because that's... The joke is that's where Games Workshop is popular.
God, Jason.
Oh, Roman says we could always switch to a different game.
We could.
What game would you suggest, Roman? What game would anyone suggest? People in the comments.
Yeah, apparently we still have 22 hours to kill, so...
Whoa, 15 people watching.
Oh no! Luke says 72-hour stream. This is getting out of hand. They want
I mean,
too much.
if we got popular...
On Monday, okay, guys?
If we got popular and we could do a charity stream, I would be up for a 72-hour stream.
Oh, man. You definitely hear us eating and crunching a lot more.
Yeah, I do have to apologize. Like I said, I'm very sick.
Do you think
I'm
it'd be...
pre-pneumonia at this point, so I'm taking pills, drinking tea with honey in it, and eating cough drops.
Would this be like super sleepy? Like, you know, you've got sleepy time team. Would it be like super sleepy time team ultra?
I guess, yeah, what we do is we do a 72-hour marathon, but we wouldn't start filming until 24 hours in.
Hold on. I have a request to read someone's birthday message.
Okay.
Chris, can you read that?
Okay. It's my... Psycho Fox says, "It's my friend's birthday, and I'd really like you to say his name. His name is... My name is Chris Vaughn, and I am a shithead. Happy birthday, Tom."
Oh, Turbona suggests Yo Noid. Oh, man.
Psycho Fox.
Also,
From best to worst, that's all I'm gonna say.
it's like a Tribe Called Quest. You gotta say the whole thing. Pimp name Slickback. That's what I said, Slickback. No. Tori brings up a good point. I am actually not going to be here Monday. So you guys can go ahead with your, what is it, like 148-hour stream?
Oh, man.
But I'm not going to be here.
I'm pretty sure people just want us to, like, keep doing this live stream until I run out of money and, like, I can't even run my internet anymore.
Glitterfist recommends we play Barbie Horse Adventures. I don't have... yeah. I don't have that, but I did recently just get Secret of the Magic Crystals on Steam.
No, I know what game we're playing next.
What game are we playing next?
You'll find out.
Is it Secret of the Magic Crystals? Wait, is that what the game is called?
What?
Secret of the Magic Crystals?
And he accidentally pulled up the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition.
Well, I guess we're playing that. No. What the fuck is it called? The horse game.
The horse game?
The horse game.
From the makers of the Guy game, it's the horse game.
A game
13
made
barely
for
legal horses. They're willing to show all if you get these trivia questions right.
But they already do because they're horses and they don't wear clothes usually.
Do you guys remember Guy Game Gate? Guy Game Gate, I guess that's what we in the retail business called it. Actually, that's a lie. I'm the only one who called it that. I used to work at a GameStop. It was hell. I fucking hated it. I worked there for about 6 years. And we remember when the Guy game came out. The Guy game was a game for the Xbox where if you answer questions right, you get to look at titties. Yeah. This was
Strangely enough,
the most revolting thing I've ever had to sell people. And it's like the moment I would hand the product over to someone, it'd be like, oh, you're a bad person.
Full disclosure, I actually had to play that in college one time. These guys that I lived down the hall from, you know, in the dorms, they were like, "You got to see this game! It's so amazing!" And I'm like, "This is a boring ass game with not very good footage of people." Like,
it's like if I don't understand how people could be that immature. Honestly, I'm a pretty immature person. I have a web show where I talk about pee-pee and poo-poo, and I make fart jokes, and I burp it in the microphone. And I just put up a capture card video of wrestlers dancing. You know? So I'm a pretty immature person. But I don't understand how immature people can be like, hey, let's play this game where, you know, if you answer questions, then girls show boobs. You know? It's like, keep porno and video games separate, you know? Come on, guys. But, what happened was... I
really love the Leisure Suit Larry series.
At least that's a game, though. Except for the last one, Magna Cum Laude, or where the fuck it was.
I actually never have played any of them. That's a joke.
I've played the original back long time ago, and that, yeah, it was gross and immature, and it didn't age well. Because they recently re-released it, and all the jokes were like, wow, really? We used to think that was funny. But at least that was... The game had a goal. And it was a story-driven game, and it was a point-and-click game. It wasn't just, like, at its base, like, Neanderthal, answer question, look at boobs. You know? It wasn't just a monkey pressing a button to get a banana.
I don't like the sound of that game. It sounds like it's just stringing you along, when obviously all people want to see are the boobs.
But I'm just saying this.
Cutting out all that, 40 hours of story in the middle. I'm assuming it's a very long, well done game.
I am forwarding this to Anita Sarkeesian.
No, she'll shut us down. But no, back to my point.
How does she shut us down? She doesn't have the authority to do that.
I think she does. Back to my point. One of the girls in the guy game was only 17 years old. She lied, and we had to pull every single copy of the game. And I was never happier because when people came in to look for it, I got to gloat about how they were technically pedophiles. It was like, oh, you're looking for the guy game, right? Yeah, where is it, man? And I would very loudly go, they had to pull the game because one of the naked women was actually underage. Yeah, technically it's child pornography, sir. No, I'm not allowed to sell child pornography, sir.
You have to be like, I'm sorry, if you want to buy this game, you have to sign this waiting list. This registry waiting list. Oh, cool. What kind of registry is this? It's the sex offenders registry.
Okay,
if you want to buy this game, you're going to have to go house to house in your neighborhood and let people know that you own it.
Do you want me to list all the games that people have listed?
Yeah.
For potential?
And
okay.
List who said it, though. I want to...
What the fuck is Dream Stripper?
I don't know. So there's Kung Fu, Pong, Horses.
No.
Flash Gordon.
You can't. No. Who's saying to play these?
Okay, so Luke is saying Kung Fu. Glitterfist says Pong. Tanner says Horses the game. Luke also says Flash Gordon on Atari. Glitterfist then said Dream Stripper.
And Luke seconded Dream Stripper.
And
Google Dream Stripper so I can see what it is. I think I know what it is.
Okay.
I can infer on the title what
Luke
kind of.
Moore said 72-hour sewer shark stream. I think he just wanted to get that fancy alliteration in.
No, look here, man. I'm not touching Sewer Shark. That's Taco Man's bit. Don't bite the hand that feeds you has always been my motto.
Oh dear Lord, that's what
Has
Dream
Taco
Stripper
Man
is.
been feeding you?
What?
Taco Man's been feeding you?
He fed us views.
Oh, I thought you meant he gave you tacos.
That would be cannibalism. That'd be horrifying. Hey, here's my son. Go ahead and eat him. Oh no!
Is Dream Stripper what that Yotam Peril cartoon is based off of? Desktop Stripper? Because that's what it reminds me of.
Well, no, there actually were, and I remember this.
No, I saw ads for them on like torrent websites a while ago.
Yeah, they're
in 2007.
I'm just saying for people listening, there actually were like desktop stripper programs where you download them, and this little woman would just like. It was kind of impressive.
Was she like the paperclip guy? Like
kind of, yeah, a sexy version. But it was impressive because of the forethought they put. Because they'd like wrap their hands around the start bar to like pull themselves up onto the screen. And then they'd say stuff like, hey, honey. But the weird thing is, they weren't programs you wanted. They normally were viruses.
Well, also, if would that mess up, like, if you're trying to click on something and they put their hand up on that start bar and then it brings up that start bar and you're like, no. Like, I'm trying to click on this thing.
Yeah, if you clicked on, then they'd take you to a website, yeah. I had one. It was very embarrassing. I was like 15 years old. And I went to download some song. 15-year-old Chris, I'm gonna probably guess something by, just average bands that 15-year-olds listen to, you know? I mean, think about when you're 15-year-old kind of music. So, of course, I was probably downloading Switched on...
Green Day, right?
No, I was downloading Switched on Bach. So I was downloading Switched on Bach on a torrent website, and I got a desktop stripper. And my parents saw it, and they were like, what the fuck? And I'm like, my computer's sentient and in love with me.
My desktop stripper was awesome, because it was a tiny little purple ape. Well, I'm sorry, that's a bonsai buddy. Okay, actually, Polyester Kyle and Psycho Fox, I always pronounce his name wrong, are saying Divekick and Bushido Blade, 2 games that we love.
Lukeor also wants Custer's Revenge.
Yeah, I was not going to dignify that with a response.
So here's the moment of truth. Are we actually going to go play another game, or are we just leading people on?
No, we're gonna play something. I already decided what we're gonna play.
Well, then why?
Someone,
are we still
no,
having
but
this
someone,
discussion?
because I just want to hear feedback, and I'm entitled to change my mind. Someone might suggest something that we actually end up playing instead. You know, that's just the kind of person I am. There will be like a brief pause because I'll have to, you know, legally acquire the game. But yeah, we're gonna play something. Don't worry, folks.
So is this your last run?
This is my last run. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll still be talking, but there'll just be, you know, there'll be no game footage on screen.
Boo! Whoa! Come on, guys.
Someone boo
No,
us?
yeah, someone.
Who booed us? What's her name?
Oh, it was me. Sorry, it was me.
You asshole.
I didn't like the idea of a blank screen.
I don't want to be friends with you anymore, man.
That's okay. We still have to work together. We'll keep.
Jason wiped out the kids. Game over. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break.
Man, you just spoiled the ending. We haven't gotten there.
Jason and Andy are gonna have a discussion without me.
Finally. I was gonna say, oh, I'm just joking, but no. I'm just gonna be an asshole.
Jason, if you want to talk about Mario, now's the fucking time.
So guys, thoughts on Friday the 13th?
It's okay, I guess. It existed. Rebelware wants us to do Iggy's Wrecking Ball. I am livid right now.
Chris is just like Andrew Ryan. This is what PK is saying. He waits until we're almost all the way out, then he pulls the string.
Right man. Wrong face. Can make all the difference.
Hey Chris, would you
Wait, that's not Andrew Ryan. Shit. I just showed myself. I just made a really bad error. I mixed up BioShock with Half-Life. I was still doing Andrew Ryan's voice though.
Let's try this. Chris, would you kindly pick a game that the commenters actually asked for?
I don't think Chris can hear you.
Yeah, I took my headphones out.
Chris can't hear you, dude. Pixel Crew wants to play Desert Bus. Let's play BioShock.
Ooh, play Desert Strike. Just hover around in a helicopter. That's fun.
The Circus of Value. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Since we have nothing to comment on.
Oh man, I'm going to talk about this great YouTube channel I've heard of. They're called Scum of the Earth.
Hold on. Oh, damn it. Looks like Blue Core 7 wants us to try Nightshade for the NES. And that's a serious... they weren't joking. I don't know if I ever played this game. It came out the same year I was born, though, so that's probably why.
We could play.
Oh fuck that game! I've seen that game.
That's not the one that JonTron did, was it? The Shadow of.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Chris.
Okay,
He's
guys,
at GameStop right now buying a game.
If you guys haven't heard of this game, and it's kind of in the same vein as Friday the 13th, except sort of the other way. In this one, Wrath of the Black Manta, which was originally released in Japan as Ninja Cop Saizu, is a game that Taito made, and it's about a ninja who goes and saves kidnapped children. But he's sort of like your friendly neighborhood ninja, you know, like he walks around, he's like kills people, but then he like talks to the kids, and he's just like really supportive and, you know, really just a gentleman.
You guys asked for it. Oh, I'm back from GameStop, by the way.
You also also fight a guy that's like 3 stories tall.
Wait, hold on.
That's kind of-
GameStop had a game from 1990.
Yep, you guys asked
They
for
don't sell games from
You
that.
guys
era
are gonna
anymore.
get it. We're playing Yo Noid.
All right. I think that might have been the first suggestion. God, he's just as scary in this game as.
I just want to make sure it's actually
life.
working. Yep, it's actually working. The stream is working for Yo Noid. Oh my goodness, you have like a freaking Mario Brothers. Oh. Never mind, you don't. I guess you can't actually interact with the map.
Pixel Crew says, "What do you think of the new Luigi game?"
I love Luigi.
Luigi. What is Luigi? Dan?
Maybe he means Luigi?
I doubt it.
Is there a new Luigi game out that I don't know about? Oh, okay. Roman wants to know WTF is Yo Noid. Okay, the Noid is.
Was
He
Was,
a
past
mascot
tense.
for Domino's Pizza, and he was like this mischievous guy that was trying to always steal pizzas.
you had to well, not he would ruin the pizzas.
Yeah.
You have to avoid the Noid.
Yeah.
That was the
you had-
catchphrase.
So,
So like
avoid the Noid, but not the pizza apparently.
you get the pizza and it'd be cold, or he'd take out the little tray in the middle so people would squish it. So it was just all the bad stuff. So he basically Noid, I guess, represented the competition's pizza in a way. Like you don't want cold pizza, you don't want gross pizza, you want Domino's pizza. But yeah, but then like all mascots, even though he was a negative, he became so popular he became a positive.
Yeah.
So even though he is the Noid, kind of like how the Hamburglar is now Ronald McDonald's friend, even though he's the Noid, you no longer avoided him. He was good, and so he's the star of this game. And then there's an evil Noid that I have to stop.
I believe I also was a Domino's spokesperson at one point.
Yeah, Bad Andy,
Good pizza, bad Andy.
bad Let's Play.
Interesting bit about
You
Yo
wound
Noid
me.
is that it's like Super Mario Brothers 2. This game was originally released in Japan as a completely different game with like characters and name, but the levels and the enemies, apparently everything in it are the same.
What was it in Japan?
It was called Kamen no Ninja Hanamaru, and yeah, so they just basically switched out all the sprites.
Let's stop because I want to watch the intro movie again.
It says
But you
that
keep
the
going.
games were different in terms of storyline, but they had exactly the same gameplay. I don't know where the Noid ended up getting this yo-yo. That's what Luke's asking. I think he's asking. Oh, I thought he was asking where the yo-yo comes from. No, I don't know why they decided. I guess because whatever the ninja used in the other version of this game, they needed to use something comparable. I don't know.
I'm actually pretty pissed. Noid has his own game. Hatsune Miku has her own game. Where's Bad Andy's game? All of the other Domino spokespersons have got it.
My name's Scott. Have you heard of Noid?
Hot. Look.
PK asks an excellent question. This game is providing an existential quandary. I'm under the impression that if I should avoid the Noid, how can I avoid him if I am he? Yeah, if you're playing as the Noid, who do you avoid?
You've got to start over in a new city with a new name.
He's trying. No, this game's about him trying to find himself.
No, it's about him trying to avoid himself. This game is the precursor to a history of violence. With Viggo Mortensen as the Noid.
Glitter wants to know if we've ever played Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. It sounds legit to me. I'll have to look this up. Oh, and she's quoting Adam West. I do not avoid the Noid. It is the Noid who should avoid me.
Oh my!
Wait,
Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom is a real game? I assume that was a joke.
I'm guessing, and I gotta look it up.
What the fuck is this?
Ah, god damn it. This is actually kind of hard because I'm not paying attention. I'm pilled out of my mind.
You make too many excuses.
You know what? I hope that this is the time that kills me. I always knew that my bronchial infection was going to be like I was going to suffocate. I hope that this time I die, and that's the last thing I heard from Jason.
Oh my gosh, the box
You make too many excuses. Smash cut to my funeral.
I went to the doctor. I definitely have breast cancer.
You worry too much, Mom.
Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. I'm looking at the box art. It's from Hudson Soft. The box art is like little claymation characters.
It looks like some kind of weird point-and-click adventure kind of thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is there an English version, or is it just Japanese?
It looks like it's in English.
Oh, back to Wrath of the Black Manta. If you guys haven't seen it or...
Oh, I missed us talking about Wrath of the Black Manta?
Yeah, it's messed up.
The child pornography game?
Yeah, there's I forgot to... I got interrupted. Because the whole idea is that, yeah, these kids are getting kidnapped, and I told them that he's basically the friendly neighborhood ninja, you know. He just walks around patrols, and he finds out there's this ring, and so of people who are kidnapping children.
Yeah, that's the most horrifying part of it, is that they say it's a gang, it's a ring of child abductors. So their end game has to be something quite disturbing.
Yeah.
So, to me, whenever people would try and buy Wrath of the Black Manta, I'd always go, I'm sorry, sir, I can't rent you Wrath of the Black Manta. It's technically child pornography. Oh, the pizza eating contest.
Do you remember how, when you saved the kids, they were all pretty much okay with the situation? They're like, yeah, I'm good. Let me give you some tips about what I heard.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah. There's like no harm, no foul. And we're like, really? But it's a very repetitive game. We didn't play all the way to the end, but...
Well, hold on, guys. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I gotta admit, I'm not paying attention to this anymore. I'm just looking up Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom.
Someone in the comment section, tell me what the hell I'm doing. How many pizzas do I want? What?
Guys, I'm looking up, and I don't think this Dream Stripper game is really, like, a game.
It looks more like a screensaver.
I don't think this is something, yeah, we could show. Gonna have to say no on that.
Yeah,
okay,
I was gonna say no when I found out I had stripper in the title.
Okay, I think I'm just playing War, is what I'm doing. It's a game I like to call Highest Number. Andy, you want to play Highest Number with me?
I'm not familiar.
Okay, you go first. Say the highest number you can think of.
7,000.
15,000.
Well played.
This reminds me of my favorite song, Noids. Huh.
Whoa. Oh my god, that games you over the entire game? The entire game? If you leave... I thought that was a mini game.
The mayor knows that only the Noid has the power to stop them.
I don't think that's how you spell mayor. That was M-A-Y-E-R. Isn't mayor with an O?
Maybe it was John Mayer.
John Mayer wants you to stop the Noid.
Why are we still playing this game?
Your pizza is a wonderland, Andy.
Trebona has no strategy for pizza contest. Blue Core says the battle system in Princess Tomato is rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, not a John Kun game.
Hold on. Trebona, haven't you been saying you don't have the strategy for any game? Aren't you supposed to be our Otacon? Aren't you supposed to tell us what's going on and
Snake,
what to do?
I have no idea how to win this pizza eating contest.
Actually, that is usually what Otacon would say. I don't know. Fuck.
Otacon, I'm in a pizza eating contest. It's just like my Japanese anime. When they eat pizza.
Here's a great idea for
on the next Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo goes to a pizza eating contest.
Great idea for a new RPG we need to make, Chris.
Okay.
What? Each character, you have a team of 3 characters. One uses a rock, one uses paper, one uses scissors, and one of them is going to be randomly stronger than the enemies you fight.
Well, after the game we're working on now, we'll talk about it. But we actually have a. Oh my god! I can't play and be drugged up and talk at the same time.
Play a different game.
No.
See what I mean, folks? So many excuses.
But we have a list of games we're working on right now. Right now, me and Jason are... Jason, you're the nuts and bolts guy. I'm more of the art guy and the just general planning.
Yeah, I'm making a Banjo-Kazooie game.
You son of a bitch! I gave you $15,000 and you snuck off behind my back to make Banjo-Kazooie.
No, I'm learning Game Maker as I go, and
But how far till we have the base engine down? You'd say for our first game.
I don't know.
Not counting art assets and stuff, but what?
Probably just a couple months, I would hope. I mean, really just depends on, I've got...
Well, let's talk about our game, since this game is infuriating.
Hold on, I'm just gonna say, Chibona said that he's played Yo Noid once, so he's basically the expert. And I would just like to say, well, you sound like the expert.
Okay, that's all we have for Yo Noid. We're gonna do one more game. So of all the suggestions of games, what sounds the most appealing?
Wrath of the Black Manta.
Did someone actually suggest that, or are you suggesting it?
I'm suggesting it.
No, let's let our fans decide. Also, quick question.
So when I I want to suggest something, the fans get to decide.
Shut up. This is important. Is it condescending for me to call them fans instead of subscribers? To me, I don't know. It always makes me feel like I'm being braggadocious that I call them fans. Like, oh, my fans. When really, I'm sure that if I disappeared, it wouldn't really alter their day any.
Hey, group of mildly curious / interested people.
Inquisitive viewers.
Inquisitive viewers. Okay, let's call them inquisitive viewers.
Inquisitive viewers want to know, what game are we playing next? Out of the games they suggested, Jason.
Black Manta.
You son of a bitch. You see what I have to put up with people.
Am I a fan? Do I get to be considered a fan or an inquisitive viewer?
No. You're part of the group. Unless you want to be like Kanye West and you listen to your own album. Man, these rhymes is dope.
Chris, I'm going to let you finish. But Wrath of the Black Man is the best NES game of all time.
But seriously, I can't read the comments. Out of the comments people have suggested, what game sounds good? We're going to play one last game for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna bow out.
I'm going to suggest Friday the 13th.
Iggy's Wrecking Ball, Divekick. Iggy's Wrecking Ball, Bushido Blade 2, Bushido Blade, Iggy's Wrecking Ball.
Let's do some Divekick.
Should I sign on and we'll play together?
We could just use 2 controllers.
Oh, that's no fun. I've got Divekick right here.
Oh, okay.
Scummers.
No. The multiplayer is... I can't get it to work for some reason. The online multiplayer.
That sounds even better.
I'm not going to have people look at a blank screen again for that long. Okay, I'm going to jump out real quick. Jason and Andy, keep them entertained. I'm going to try loading up Divekick and see if we can get that working.
Okay, guys, watch this. I'm gonna.
What a professional podcast or stream we have right now, by the way.
Look, I haven't even dropped a single ball yet.
Oh God, Glitterfist wants us to live stream Broken Sword for 24 hours.
We could probably beat it in that time. Twice.
Roman wants us to do Tomato Princess and Salad Kingdom. I kind of agree, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like it's...
That looks pretty awesome.
There's nothing more fun than to show viewers than a text-based game. Yeah, we could play Zork.
Yeah, Zork!
Let's Zork it up. Come on. Well, bye, Yoid. We hardly knew ye, and never liked ye.
Luke Bayers suggests Space Ace.
Oh, Glitterfist suggests a game called Scummers.
No, I'm pretty sure she's saying our fans are called Scummers.
No,
and that makes...
It's the name of the game. I'm looking it up.
Scummers makes me feel disgusting to say out loud. Hello, Scummers. Big Texas Scummer.
Pixel Crew suggests Jason the Game. It'll be short. I only have one life.
Jason, on your birthday, can we stream Heavy Rain and Far Cry 3?
Why not? So many famous Jasons. So many Jasons more famous than me. And they're all digital.
I have actually never played Divekick with another human.
Well, this will be interesting.
I played online once or twice, but I'm pretty sure it was a robot who cheats. Because I lost. And I never lose.
Well, we will definitely look up Tomato Princess, and you know.
Psycho Fox wants us to play Russian roulette with Christopher Walken.
You know what's strange? So the characters in this Princess Tomato are Sir Cucumber, King Broccoli, Minister Pumpkin, but there's no Eggplant Wizard. Seems like this would be an appropriate game for.
I think there actually is an eggplant. Wait, are you sure you're not just looking at that, Hi, I'm Daisy comic? Cucumber Quest?
Do you know how to configure the second player control?
I have no idea.
Oh, they just think we should call you guys scumbags.
Ooh, Skullgirls.
That's what Turbona says.
I'm so godlike.
We're having a little technical difficulties. Jason, you still there?
Yes.
Okay, I heard complete silence. Psycho Fox considers himself a scumquat. That's a pretty good name, I'm not gonna lie. And it works if you're in the Salad Kingdom too.
Maybe if we start an army, they could be our Scamandos.
Oh god, Scamandos.
Come on, Scamandos! It's time to fight. We gotta fight the oppression of non-video game players.
That's not what?
Yeah. It's oppressive.
We're white males. We have to make up stuff to oppress us.
Scummers sounds like an 80s horror movie. That's what Blue Core says. Yes, if I concentrate really hard, I can blow up people's minds.
Chris is gonna be so mad
so godlike.
that he got to miss that reference.
I just killed 3 fans.
Oh god, no! Well, if they're dead, shouldn't they still be watching though? Because they didn't like click off the video.
No, I heard their collective intellects
Hey,
release into the ether.
I'm gonna give a shout out to all of our dead fans right now. You guys are great.
If you can hear us, please don't haunt me. I need to sleep.
Okay, I think we got the game working. I'm sorry if I can't read your comments. I'm going to be playing soon. Hopefully Jason will feel that.
Roman says Commando sounds like a 90s cartoon. Yeah, you know what? I almost think it would be like a team of Toxic Avengers. That would be pretty neat. Scummandos! Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm gonna have to write a theme song for it now. PK loves scumasses.
But he also mentions that they are the Goblin Brigade.
And I'm back.
As chosen by random generator. Okay, so A and X?
A and X.
That's a fucking dumb button combination.
Well, what have you done?
I usually do L and R.
Chris, what do you think? Should we make a 90s-esque cartoon called Scummandos?
I'll play as Kung Pao. Oh, you don't get to select colors in this mode? I'm gonna give +10 to kicks.
Now, for those of you out there that don't know what Divekick is, let's explain it. It's a fighting game where they stripped away all the nonsense, and it's just diving and kicking. So jump and kick, and then each character also has a special move.
So it is basically just Evo level fighting games.
Yeah, it's basically a parody. You know, I mean, a lot of the characters are nods to other properties.
Also, that weird badger thing has a cigar, so.
Jeff Gertzman actually wrote a bunch of the flavor text in the game. It's always like my little side game to like guess which ones Jeff wrote. Jeff Gertzman, of course, being the guy over at GiantBomb.com, who is kind of an icon, a role model.
I like this game because it's a real exercise in geometry, trying to figure out what angle you're going exactly and what angle your enemy is going. No, that's really what it kind of boils down to for me, at least.
I'm playing Redacted. Andy is Kung Pao. He's kicking my ass.
Oh!
Have you ever heard the song Nightlife Commando by Bang Camaro?
Nope.
That band sounds familiar. Weren't they in Guitar Hero?
Psycho Fox just said we could repurpose Nightlife Commando into, I guess, Nightlife Commando.
But we already have a theme song. It's Bob Seger's Night Moves.
I thought we had
Chris,
Oh, fuck.
Do you want us to get taken down off of YouTube because of the whole copyright issue?
Yeah, that's the goal.
I'm not a scrub! Stop calling me a scrub, Polyester Kyle. Unless you're calling Chris a scrub, he's a scrub. That is a fact. Ah, motherfucker!
These guys are trying really hard. Give Chris and Andy a little TLC.
Oh, we're gonna play SmackDown next? We're gonna have a TLC match?
No, I'm
If people are insulting us, I want Jason read the name, then the comment.
That was PK.
What did you say?
It said select your duds comes last, you scrubs.
Oh.
I already read that one, Chris.
Yeah. Stop yelling at me to double read things. It's hard enough reading it the first time.
Reading is hard.
Well, you're constantly complaining you can't read the comments.
Aw, man, Kick's my favorite.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna...
Oh, hit shot. I just saw that.
I'm gonna... Kick.
Hell yeah. Purple with yellow highlights. Saints Row up in here.
I like the way it rates you on your diving, your kicking, and your not losing. Those are all very important attributes.
What the f...
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
fuck. Chris selected sudden death. But only for him.
I didn't know that that's what it does. I'm sorry. I've actually only played this game a handful of times.
It's cool, because I played as the Baz, who I'm terrible at.
It's great because if Kick loses, he actually quotes Will Smith movies or just says the title of Will Smith movies. WinRAR! So, Jason, I guess this is time that you can talk about the game that you've been building. We've been working on a game called Battle Bastards.
And it's a beat 'em up slash wrestling slash
Zelda
adventure
clone.
game. Yeah, and I'm trying to, you know, basically I'm still at the point where I'm trying to get all the controls worked out. You know, for like a beta type thing, and also putting in multiple players because it is going to have a multiplayer component.
Basically, how the game is going to work is this. Imagine a top-down sprite-based wrestling game. So, not top-down, I guess. Semi-isometric. So, of course, think Fire Pro Wrestling. A game that we've Let's Played in the past. Now, imagine the sprites in Fire Pro Wrestling. But you can have, in story mode, 4 players in a Zelda-style environment where it's several maps that link together to make up one kind of seamless world. And you fight off waves of guys like a beat-em-up game. So the actual logic of the controls is a wrestling game. The logic of the AI and the distribution of points and weapons and stuff is more like a beat-em-up. And then the logic of the actual story is more like a role-playing game where your character actually gets stronger and progresses. And then on top of that, we want to have a unprecedented, this is pie in the sky dreaming here, but if we can get it working, we want a 16-player multiplayer wrestling game that handles like a mishmash of Power Stone meets SmackDown. Where you'll just be wrestling and then items will fall from the sky like chainsaws, fire axes, Molotov cocktails, baseball bats. it sounds like it's really complex, but basically, since we're doing it in the 2D sprite-based style, it's more just about just how the game's controls, not so much like the animation and stuff like that. So it's easier than it sounds to make.
I really love the idea of a multiplayer level called Pie in the Sky, and the ring is just a giant pie.
Well, we've talked about this game on
Is
shows
that
in
the
the
final
past.
destination of the game?
Yeah, should we have a Pie in the Sky level? Oh well, let's give the people here a little sneak peek. I can't show any art in the game because we're still building the engine. But we can talk about a level that I just recently came up with, if you don't mind, Jason. I guess I need to ask you. You are kind of the guy building the game. Do you think that's apropos to talk about? I don't think anyone's gonna rip us off.
You can make up whatever you want and sell it.
Okay. One of the levels in the game, the actual setting of the game, is a modern setting. It takes place here in Dougsville, Texas. And we have a level called Limelight Pizza, which is our version of Showbiz Pizza. And in this level, there will be a ball pit you can drown your opponents in. There'll be slides you can slide on to do really cool super kicks. So imagine you get out the top of a slide and you slide down, building momentum, and then you just shoot off and kick someone in the face. You can pick up arcade cabinets and hit people with them. You can pelt people with skee-ball balls. And then, of course, that's where you fight one of our bosses, Electronic Pizza Bear, who is the banjo-playing bear from Showbiz Pizza. He originally was going to be the gorilla that plays the drums, but Red Letter Media put up a really funny episode of Best of the Worst where they talked about the Showbiz Pizza bear. And the bear from Showbiz Pizza, and I remember this as a kid, was so utterly horrifying because he just had these like folds of fat, undulating skin under his chin that just made him look just really grotesque. So we're like, that has to be a boss in our game. So
Fraud!
Look forward. We actually have 3 Kickstarters going up in the next year, hopefully. We have a Kickstarter for our game. Maybe a Kickstarter for the movie if we decide we actually still want to do it. And then I have a special something, a board game that I've been working on, which probably actually more of an Indiegogo, because it's something that even if I don't meet the goal, I'll still want to put out. But the board game I'm working on right now, it's going to be made as cheap as possible. So it's not going to be like professionally printed or anything. It's actually just going to be printed on my printer. But the point is, I make it as cheap as possible so I can sell it as cheap as possible. Because when it comes down to it, I think people want a fun game more than they want, you know, things printed on high quality poster board and things printed on, you know, on high quality chipboard with laser printers and stuff, you know. Like, I believe Kill Dr. Lucky, which is a very successful board game, actually started as like a cheap as free release where they printed on just regular computer paper but sold the game for like 10-15 bucks. So that's what's going on in our lives.
Well, Psycho says he's prepared to throw money at the project. He says, give me a number, 10, 70, 200,000. I will send you my pennies. Blue is down with this. Roman says that sounds quite awesome.
We hope.
I definitely feel under the gun.
This is this whole show has just been a way to pressure Jason to finish the beta. But the whole we hope to only ask for $8,000, which compared to other games doesn't sound like a lot. Because we're not going to make a super professional game. It's going to be a quick, easy, fun game. And then if we make a lot of money, we'll of course make sequels with a little bit more polish. But we just want to make... I have a philosophy when making games. And my philosophy when making a game is make the game you've always wanted. And this is the game I've always wanted. I remember playing, I think it was WrestleMania 19 or 20 for the GameCube that had like a beat-em-up style multiplayer. And then remember the Tekken games have beat-em-up style... sorry, not multiplayer, single player. Remember the Tekken games would have like the beat 'em up single player along with just the regular fighting game? What was that called, Jason? Tekken, like Tekken Cross Tekken something? Tekken Force?
Oh yeah, the Tekken Force?
Yeah, they were awful.
Evil Chihuahua Divekick, the Uprising Plus.
They were awful, but the idea was great. And it's like, if they could have just done this, if they could have just subscribed to this philosophy, they could have had a great thing on their hands.
You know what's strange is that that game was made you know, years and years after something like Mortal Kombat Mythologies, and Mythologies was bad, okay?
Yeah.
But it wasn't as screwed up as Tekken Force. Tekken Force, it's like they tried to remap a 2D fighting game into a 3D control scheme with the analog stick.
Yeah.
So you couldn't ever pull off your like moves, because moves where you had to like press back, you would just turn around and start running that way. So
You know what was
no
a great
way-
game? Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Oh yeah. Because it didn't have the Mortal Kombat control scheme. That's what made it great.
But I think if you took a game like Fire Pro or SmackDown and just tilted the camera up a little more and added 16 people, and instead of just every level being a wrestling ring, you had different environments, I think that'd be a ton of fun. If we could fight in a mall, if we could fight in an abandoned castle. We have a
Roman
level...
wants to know. Oh, sorry. Roman wants to know if there's going to be any day one DLC. I think that's going to be the game. I think you
The
pay
game
for
will
the
be-
game, you download it.
We do have what I call the sexist DLC. You guys want to know my nefarious sexist DLC plan?
I've heard of it, and it makes me kind of.
The sexist DLC pack is this. Ladies, if you want more positive female people in video games, you're going to have to pay for them. We're going to have a pack of strong female role models, but they're more expensive than buying male characters. I jest, of course. I did do a lot of soul searching. Sorry if we're boring you guys talking about our game, but this game, there's not much to really talk about what's going on here. It's a fun game, but I mean... But like,
I particularly like the diving and the kicking. It's pretty good.
like, I was wondering, would people be offended if I had female characters in the game because it's, you know, you're beating up women. But to me, it's more sexist to say that women aren't capable of being in fighting games. And
Being
I
beat
remember...
up? Is that what you were gonna say?
What?
I thought that's where you were going. You were gonna say women aren't capable of being beat up in video games. I was like, oh god, don't go there.
No, come on, man. But like, think of like the wrestling games, right? In the wrestling games, I'm just saying the WWF games. But in the WWF games, back when they were the WWF, you could have women fighting the men. You know? And now think of like Street Fighter. No one gets offended that Chun-Li fights Blanca or Ryu or M. Bison, right? No one gets offended that Cammy fights these giant men. But for some reason in the wrestling games now, even though our society is supposedly less sexist than we were 10, 15 years ago, in the wrestling games now, if a man hits a female manager, he's instantly disqualified. You cannot, there is no way to select a man versus a woman match in the wrestling games now. And the reason why, they're like, well, we thought it was offensive to see a giant man beating a helpless defensive woman. And I'm like, that's a much more offensive stance on it. So yeah, we are going to have a lot of female characters in our game. And no, we're not going to have them in sexy, skimpy costumes. They're going to be...
I want to say that I think the most offensive part of the newest WWE game, as far as gender, is that you will never play mixed tag team.
Because that exact same thing. I won't play mixed tag team because if a man hits a woman even inadvertently, it slaps you on the wrist and it says, game over, you were bad. If you could have, like, Awesome Kong, you know, who I think is a woman who could legit beat up any man, and she can go in there and just, like, pile drive Triple H and stuff, then yeah, I'd play mixed tag, but what's the point in playing a game mode where it's like, oh no, you tripped the woman, go to your timeout corner. But yet Chun-Li can, like, freaking kick M. Bison's head off. Sonya Blade can rip out a dude's heart. You know?
Psycho Fox is saying 99 cents per enemy. And if you buy every name on the credits, they'll unlock sound options. And I especially like Glitterfist's idea of 99 cents for a start menu. So, you know, we could make the options and just, like, you know, like you could buy the but the campaign and the multiplayer are extra. So you basically just unlock the game screen. I think that these guys are hurting themselves coming up with this. I think they're going to complain if we do this.
What's going on in the chat, Andy?
Oh, I'm just turning out the scores every time we do it.
Oh, so right now we're at 2 to 5?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay.
Dive kicked. See what I did there?
I don't like it, but I see it.
I honestly just want to play as S-Kill just so I can see all the hilarious names he comes up with at the end of every match.
So how do we do this? Let's play 3 more rounds, then we'll pick a character, and we're going to beat their story mode. And then that'll be the end of the podcast. Or not podcast, the live stream. Does that sound good for everyone?
No, I think we should definitely change this to a podcast.
Okay, I'll just turn off the video and we'll just talk. We are planning on having a live podcast thing coming up soon. We've been kicking around names for it and things like that and artwork, but basically what we do is we just we do a podcast, but we do it live on YouTube, so that if you guys have questions and comments, we can kind of do what we're doing now, except we won't be distracted by games. But, you know, the real question is, do you find this entertaining enough to just listen to us talk without any games?
But you can just put us in the background, and we'll get that view, you know. So, I mean, totally, that's cool. Yeah, so we're asking everyone, to, when we do our podcast, turn us on, you know, you walk away, do whatever else. But make sure you know, we get that viewer number in.
Wow.
Make sure you like it.
You sound like a real scumbag. No pun intended right now.
Roman, go to sleep!
I don't care if you enjoy it. I just want to make sure I get my money.
I have no idea how to play
That's
this
just
character.
my Dirk Halford.
You're channeling your PewDiePie. Go ahead and leave mean comments, guys. I still get paid.
Roman's gonna have to go sleepy.
Does anyone know how to play as this character?
Film Roman. Good night, Film Roman.
You literally put him to sleep for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Good night, Roman.
Good night, Roman. If any of you other guys are going to sleep,
Thanks for making this
don't tell
possible.
us. It'll hurt our feelings.
If you hated the show, shame on you for making this possible.
So we're doing story mode now?
Let's do one more match.
Okay.
What's the score right now? 3 to 5?
Yes, 3 to 5.
Where my ninjas at?
Oh, God.
Chris picked Stream, which is a character, which is very ironic that he picked Stream while we're doing a stream.
All right. Well, we're still seeing the end of the fight, of your guys' fight. So
Well, yeah, you are.
yeah. It's 5 a.m. where Roman's at.
Oh my God, Roman, I'm so sorry. Go to
Roman,
bed.
go to bed.
Please, I'm so sorry.
Everyone on the chant, just start typing in Roman, go to bed. Roman, go to bed. Roman, go to bed. It's not worth it, Roman.
We're gonna ruin his life. Chris, we need to wield our power more responsibly.
More response.
I guess people just can't not watch. We're a train wreck.
Bye, Roman.
Did he leave?
He said bye, so I assume so.
Aw, goodbye, Roman. Thanks for making this possible.
Fuck!
If you get fired from your job because you stay up too late tonight and you're tired tomorrow, it's your own fault for buying this exploit. No accountability, Chris!
Wow.
That's my new character.
Right back in his face. Psycho didn't actually know we played games. He said he figured we posted clips of us talking on YouTube, like Let's You Talk.
No, we actually, our first Let's Play we did was kind of like Retsu Prey, where we got someone's permission to riff on, now I'm dying. We got someone's permission to riff on a video they recorded because we didn't want to play the game. We thought it would be funnier if we didn't control it and we were able to just focus on the jokes. That was an unmitigated disaster because the person playing the game took too long and it just drew out the length of the video to such a long degree that it became redundant and we lost interest. And that was our Let's Play of Gabriel Knight. After that, every game you see, that is us playing. That is actually us doing it. That is not... Oh, sorry, I meant to hit quit. So, we're going to do a story mode real quick.
Who's doing it? You or me?
I'll we'll trade off if I suck too bad.
Okay.
I hit versus again. God damn it. How do you exit?
I think hold it. No, wait. Guess we gotta do one more
Do
match.
one more match, cause
So right now it is what, 3-6?
yeah, 3-6. We breaking even. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I'm picking S-Kill. I love him.
But no, yeah, as I was saying, every game you see us play, that is one of us playing. Normally it's me or Jason. And then of course Andy has his own Let's Play channel of his solo Let's Plays, which is Melody Burst. Quick plug.
And also with Tori, or aka Clock.
Oh, that reminds me. Is Tori still on?
I believe so.
Yeah, I forgot. It was Andy's birthday 2 days ago, and I wanted to do this live on the show, so I'm gonna give him his present now.
Oh my
So I'm gonna
god!
put that right there.
What the fuck? Where'd you find this?
Remember when we were playing Payday the other day? Yeah, I was busy ordering that. That's why I had my mic muted for so long.
Oh my god!
I finally
Should
found
I
it
tell
cheap
people
enough.
what it is?
Yeah, tell people what it is.
Do I want to tell people what this is?
They should know. Your icon is already a picture
Okay,
of
sure.
it.
I got a very, 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 very rare Littlest Pet Shop figure.
Andy collects Littlest Pet Shop toys.
I got Vinny Terrio.
Don't ask me.
Vinny Alfonso
I don't know.
Terrio.
I don't know what it is. I just knew that he wanted it, so I found it.
You're like
Anyway,
a kid that buys
so
a kid
now-
like GTA 5. I don't know anything about the game. My kid just was squawking about
So
it.
now that I gave him his present, let's see if he has the heart to beat me again.
Well, I'm already beat. Like, it's already 3-6. So I mean, there's no way I could remove my score. Oh, fucking.
You guys, your verbal sparring and your literal sparring.
Now I'm going to lose, and Chris is going to assume I let him win.
Chris, here's what you do. Now you bet him something of yours for what you just gave him, and then you beat him, and then you take it back.
Why would Chris want it?
So that you
he
wouldn't
can't
have it.
Because he's that vindictive. I know how he thinks.
I'm that vindictive that I went on eBay and bought him this present. I'm a real son of a bitch.
Thank you for the happy birthday, Polyester Kyle.
Roman,
Yeah, everyone say happy birthday to Andy.
I think I already did. I'm not saying
Roman
it
says he wants us to sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
again.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andy. Happy birthday to you.
And you smell like one, two.
He
So,
does,
people
he
in the
does
comment
talk.
section, it's going to be a while because we have to wait a minute for you to catch up. But who do you want to see us beat the game with?
I can just ask them in the comments and
Oh, yeah. Andy's just going to ask you in the comments.
And then you're gonna hear about us asking you in the comments, and it's gonna start this really weird time, like warp thing.
let's just jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. Thank you, everybody. You're all lovely.
We might. We're planning on possibly celebrating his birthday next year too. So just plan for that. His birthday is probably going to come up next year.
I know we all want to make fun of Andy's birthday. Or wish him a happy birthday sincerely. But who should we beat the game as, guys?
Pixel Crew says Kick, and Polyester Kyle says Uncle Sensei, but you guys are too much of scrubs. Scrub of the earth.
Oh, I'm going with Uncle Sensei.
Oh, and Redacted. Rebel Worm says Redacted.
Let's go with Uncle Sensei.
I promise to pay for gas eventually.
Chris refuses to turn down a challenge that he can't meet.
I'm like a Klingon. I'm easily manipulated that way.
Oh, Chris, what is the what is that weapon that they use? the two-handed thing that.
A batleth.
Okay, the batleth. Okay,
Mhm.
I gotta tell you something. So I was recently.
Hold on, we're watching the cutscene.
Oh, okay. I can't see it yet.
Chill, man. Squatter's rights. Dumpster dive.
Is it over yet?
No. Shh.
Instant ramen.
All right, what were you gonna say, Jason?
Well, I was just gonna say I was recently watching. I got to the next season of Power Rangers. I'm now at Power Rangers Lost in Space.
Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Rita repulses,
not
summoning a
Lost in
monster.
Let me see. What's the name? Is it Lost? I think it's Lost Galaxy or something. But anyway,
I believe it's Power Rangers Lost Highway.
I'm in your house.
Okay. Anyway, so the new, scrubs, so to speak. Their version of the silly putty guys.
Yeah.
That attack the Power Rangers. I call them silly putty. They're using the weapons from.
They're
Star
using
Trek.
batleths?
Yeah, they were using batlets, and not only that, but they were using them on the Power Rangers without their suits on, and they were hitting them with them, and it wasn't even like cutting them.
Not only
They're very
that,
dull.
they were using it without Rick Berman's consent.
So it's pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I was like, oh my gosh, Chris is gonna flip. So I'll have to bring that over and show that to you.
Were you implying I'm going to flip because I'm gonna be excited?
Yeah,
That sounds like something more like I'd be furious at.
I never know.
Like, what an egregious display of rip-offery.
You're so manic. I never know if you're gonna be really excited or really angry. But I just hope for the best.
I do actually suffer from manic depressive episodes, but only as far as Star Trek is concerned. At one moment I'm like, oh man, the Triller's so cool, and then I'm like, the Triller's fucking stupid!
I was a little bit hesitant to talk about how I actually really like Little's Pet Shop on the stream, but then Jason started talking about how much he loves Power Rangers, so I feel less pathetic now.
We all have our thing. Jason's thing is Power Rangers, my thing is pro wrestling, Andy's is Littlest Pet Shop.
I have
and My Little
several
Ponies.
things.
Oh yeah, I also love Night Court. Remember?
Okay, yeah, that's
Working
I would
on Night Court.
I would much rather watch Power Rangers than Night Court. No.
I mean, Power Rangers does have.
I just want to watch my fucking Night Court tapes.
Here's the problem, okay? Like, Power Rangers has better special effects and everything, but all of the critical story stuff happens just at the beginning and the end of the season. Whereas there's continual character development throughout the episodes of Night Court, not just at the beginning and end of a season.
I feel like the least pathetic man on the planet right now after that display.
I'm gonna say something I thought I'd never say. I think I'd actually rather watch My Little Ponies than Night Court.
Really? Harry's
Yes!
not on it.
Hey, you don't know that. Excuse me. It has John Delancey. It wins.
Yeah, it gets that.
Richard Mole?
All
No.
my favorite shows have John Delancey in
It
them.
might though. Richard Mole is a voice actor.
Breaking Bad has John Delancey for like 5 episodes, so still it counts.
John Delancey was also in that movie Brain Dead. No, not Brain Dead. Jason, what was the movie we watched with John Delancey in it? Where's the evil video game movie?
Arcade?
Yeah, Arcade.
Okay, Arcade, guys, if you've never heard of this movie, that's because it's terrible.
Is that
has
in the X-Men
a lot of weird
series?
cameos. It has Seth Green. It has the kid from A Christmas Story movie. Who else did it have?
John Delancey, Q.
Yeah. and
That
John
was it.
Delancey.
That was, as far as stars, that was it.
As far as
But
stars,
it's
who
just
cares
so
about anyone else? It's got John Delancey.
Yeah, I was watching like, this movie's awful, and then John Delancey walked in, I was like, yo, it just got great. And then halfway through the movie, I'm like, John, get out of there. John, get out of there. You're Q. Just blink and you'll warp away. Or at least turn this into a better movie. You know how he turned to a better movie? He would just summon up Wesley Crusher and then impale him on a spike.
keep wanting to make Breaking Bad jokes, but Chris hasn't watched it.
Still in the first season, guys.
He's still in the first season.
I was gonna watch all of Breaking Bad, but then we started on Twin Peaks.
I binge watched Breaking Bad in like a week. Every season. It was amazing.
You're
It
gonna
was
OD.
the best. I almost did.
He's gonna OD from Breaking Bad.
I almost
Oh,
OD'd on D Space 9. I did do a binge watch of that recently.
Glitterfest says she's never seen Night Court. Well, it was kind of
Awful.
It's an older show. It was like late 80s to I think like till 94 or something. So it's kind of an older show. I remember watching it as a kid and just I didn't remember anything specific other than I thought it was hilarious. And yeah. You should look
People
it
in
up.
the chat, how are we doing on volume? I know we switched games, so let us know if we need to turn down the game volume or anything.
Well, you told me not to turn up the game volume so I could hear you. So I can't
Turn
hear
it up.
anything.
Don't.
So people in the chat, if we're having problems with the game volume, please let us know. Since we switched games twice.
I love Dr. Scholl's because she's always writing even when she gets knocked out. It's like Elizabeth from Persona 4 Ultimate. Or Persona 4 Arena. How when she gets knocked out, she just kind of chills.
Are we playing on easy mode or something? This is way too easy.
I don't think there is an easy mode.
Maybe it's just not all that complex because there's only diving and kicking.
Also, Dr. Scholl's fucking sucks. I'm just gonna say that. I
Okay, well, I'm just
sexist.
not getting to see the fight. Doot, doot, doot.
Better watch out with that sexist comments, or Anita Argonian will get angry at us.
Sexy comments? Ooh.
Anita Argonian, she can breathe underwater.
Oh, yes. Welcome to another episode of Tropes versus Argonians. We only talk about the Elder Scrolls game because there are literally no other games with Argonians in them.
There's another show made by someone very similar. It's called Tropes Against Jezargo. Why does people keep making fun of Jezargo? Jezargo, I think, gets voted worst NPC of all time. And I know he's a Khajiit, but still. I always find disturbing the Khajiits and Argonians, their voices are almost identical.
So funny fact, first time I played the latest Elder Scrolls game,
Daggerfall.
no, I actually sacrificed Zago.
No!
and sacrificed his body for one of the quests, one of the side quests.
Well, that's the first episode of Tropes versus Jezargo. Also, I don't know what a trope is, so I just assume people killing me. Is it some kind of weapon, like a halberd?
I mean, if you want to be fair, they're not very represented in video games because they're only in one series. If you're an Argonian growing up, you don't have much to look up to.
You know what they need? They just need one special Argonian, you know, that can really be the leader, you know, like can be like the star, you know. I mean, look at it. Plumbers didn't have any real pull in video games till Mario, and then he was able to branch out into racing, sports, you know, RPGs, just everything. You know, you just gotta have that one character.
The one thing that plumbers can't do, though, is wear ties. Plumbers don't wear ties.
Good to know.
Yes, from above. Round one. I kick.
Yeah!
So, who is this fat guy, and why does he have one of those neck pillows?
I don't know. He's based off an actual Evo. Everyone in this game is somewhat like a nod.
Most people.
Most people.
Yeah, yeah.
A nod to something. And I know that Mr. N is actually based on a fighting game, like tournament guy. Like an actual, what's the word? Esports. He's an actual esports competitor who's supposed to be like a huge douchebag in real life.
He's the guy who apparently, allegedly, rigged the Guilty Gear brackets at Evo, and it is the reason why it is no longer an esport.
So that's, yeah, kind of the story of this game that is based off what happened to the Guilty Gear brackets. Seth, S-Kill is, of course, based off Seth Killian, who works for Capcom, and most notably the Street Fighter 4 franchise.
Jeff Bailey is based off, what is his name?
Jeff Bailey? I think that's his name, is Jeff Bailey. And he's looking it up right now.
I thought it was... it's based off Alex Jabali.
Oh, Jabali, I'm sorry.
I couldn't remember if it was Alex or Seth or something weird, I don't know. Yeah, Alex, the weirdest name of all. Anything that's not Andy is just weird to me. It's foreign.
Your
Mr.
name's
N kind
not
of,
Andy?
Mr. N kind of reminds me of Rufus. That's who I thought he was like super fat, like an even fatter Rufus.
Is that what Japanese people think of Americans, by the way?
Yes.
Is Rufus kind of their commentary on American decadence?
I don't know. I wouldn't assume that the Street Fighter games would do anything racist or...
Well, I mean, look at the Americans in the game. You got Guile, who's a soldier with an American flag tattooed on his arm, and he has, like, a weird haircut. I guess that's their comment on our high tops that we used to have back in the day. And then you have Rufus, who's this giant, monstrous fat guy with an awful mustache. And then you have Ken, who's an arrogant playboy who only cares about women and money.
What?
And beating up his best friend.
However,
Beating up a homeless man.
However, if the game was made in America, people would say that it was being racist towards Japanese, because look at the Japanese characters in the game. A schoolgirl, a sumo wrestler, and a karate guy with no character.
No shoes.
Oh yeah, karate guy with no shoes whose only character is, I'm a karate guy.
I'm karate guy. Traveling karate guy. Here's my backpack. It's just a sack with a rope tied
I
around
care
it.
nothing about fighting. Say what you want about Ken, but at least he has a fucking wife. Damn it. Of course, we all know Street Fighter's most racist towards Brazilians. You know how they assume they're all green monkey men with electric powers. I would be upset if I was from Brazil and I'd be like, this is who represents us? The monster? Couldn't you make him from like a country that already has a regular fighter or make up a place?
What if? Okay, let's flip the story around the other way. What if the Brazilians don't take this thing, you know, or they so don't take it seriously that they just send over. Let's just send over this monster just to freak them the hell out.
Yeah. It's like, we got a monster, we might as well use him, guys.
I think the symbol for Brazil, you should fight as a stone Jesus.
Why isn't that a level? Why don't you just fight on the arms of giant stone Jesus? And then he winks at
Lupin the Third comes by and steals it.
And he beat me. The words were coming out of my mouth, and then he beat me to it.
I knew I had to act fast.
Another American in the game, Balrog.
Who is supposed to be M. Bison? Or, sorry, he's supposed to be Mike Tyson.
Which is the worst stereotype you can give to America.
Yeah, I do not want to be represented by Mike. Why can't he be Evander Holyfield? Why can't he be Sugar Ray Leonard? Or
Why? Because they'd have to draw two separate sprites from when he's facing left versus right.
That's true.
That's true. If you don't get that joke, folks, just think about it. But no, like in Japan, and I'm sure everyone knows this, whatever. But M. Bison is called Vega, and Balrog is called M. Bison, because Mike Tyson, M. Tyson, M. Bison. But when they reached in America, they were like, guys, we're gonna get fucking sued. Also, he's a rapist.
Yeah, he already got kicked out of one game.
Why couldn't we have, like, I don't know. What are some other boxes we could have? Have Muhammad Ali, because I hear he's the greatest of all time.
Oh, Rebel
Joe
says,
Frazier.
Sorry, Rebel says that Blanca is huge in Brazil, no joke. And PK says Ken Master's birthday is Valentine's Day, so that must be why he wears red.
Every day the 14th.
Wow.
And
Hold
they
on.
also
Who said
put
the thing
highlight.
about Blanca being from Brazil?
Rebel Worm.
Are you from Brazil? Can you confirm this? Because if so, that's awesome.
Their name is Rebel Worm. I'm just going to assume they're from Arrakis.
How are sandworms as big as people say they are?
We have a huge following with these Shide Huluds.
How does the spice taste? Well, see, the thing is, it tastes different every time you eat it. Ah, so it's like those magic beans from Harry Potter. It's nothing like the beans from Harry Potter! Stop saying that! It gives you special powers when you eat it. So it's like rare candy from Pokemon?
Or
Okay, full disclosure. When I found out that they started doing a thing where you could dye your eyes, and the whites of your eyes can actually be dyed now. Like it's like a tattoo thing.
Yeah.
My first thought was, oh my god, I have to save up money so I can have the blue and blue eyes.
That's what I'm getting you for your next birthday. I'm getting you a stilt suit.
Oh god. I can drink my own pee!
You know what you could do if you really want to make everyone uncomfortable is get one eye tattooed with a slight pink, and just always walk around looking like you have pink eye, and just constantly rub your eyes in front of people.
Has
And then go
anyone
to shake their
commented
hand.
on the sound, by the way?
Oh, they said it sounds good.
Okay.
They said
A few people have said it sounds great.
We are using a plug. We're using a Blue Yeti microphone, and I just got my shock mountain today, so hopefully it's gonna cut back on a lot of the ambient noise we have in our other videos.
Rebel says they have a cousin from Brazil.
Awesome.
I know they're on the inside track. Yeah, we're not really that excited about having Guile or Kin or Balrog.
We want the Green Monkey Man!
Yeah.
That's true, I kind of want him too.
Now, but I think it makes it cooler that he's in Brazil, because, I mean, if he was American, he'd be like a street shark. You know? I feel like our culture would corrupt him.
Yeah!
He'd be like, I'm the radical monster! Gnarly! What if Blanca was from the 70s, right? And he got frozen Captain America style. And so when he's unfrozen, he's like a Ratfink character.
You jab-ass turkey.
I feel like he'd be like My Pet Monster, and he'd like wear stupid sunglasses.
Oh god,
And he'd have a friend, you know, who's like a little boy, you know, who lives in some neighborhood.
But that's the weird thing about Blanca is he is the little boy.
Yeah.
It's like the My Pet Monster thing is what's going on, because he does have the little shackles too, with Dan, right? Except the monster is also a little boy, and the person who's taking care of the monster is an adult.
Oh my god.
Why isn't that a show? Why isn't there a show about a karate fighter, a young Japanese schoolgirl, and their green monster man? And like, instead of having them fight tournaments, like, they hide him from the landlord and stuff. You don't have a green monster man in here, do you? No. Blanca gets nervous, starts doing his electricity thing, all the power goes out. That's weird. That's the third time this week. Yeah, must be something wrong with the breakers. And there's a laugh track.
I think you just answered your own question. Because if they did have that show, it would be terrible.
It
Better
sounds
than
like
that
it would
court.
have to be a 90s sitcom.
And now I'm just imagining every time there's a Street Fighter cutscene, we just edited the in-between cut music of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, dum, dum. Woo!
Okay, what if he was
Will,
just
can you
like
make me a
Alf,
sandwich?
and he's just always behind the couch for no reason.
Do you know the making of Alf? Oh wait, hold on, ending.
Dojo Casino is all in the mind.
Oh, PK says Blanca's first name is Jimmy, and that we shouldn't take Guile for granted. He is our greatest national treasure.
Beggars can't be choosers.
No. I mean, he doesn't have any instantly executable attacks.
Hold on. Whose voice is Uncle Sensei?
Why?
Because for a second there, he sounded like, what is his name? Tamamoto?
Well, here's the credits.
Once I
Nanako!
and Galaxy started working on this game,
Oh, God.
thanks to me, we
Dave Lang insisted. Oh, leave this to the pros.
Okay, we're getting CBA now.
Okay, let's just skip that. So someone says we shouldn't take Guile for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. led to one of my favorite memes of all time. And that is, Worf does not appreciate Guile's theme song. If you haven't seen that video, I wish I could just pull it up and play it, but I think that's kind of scummy to watch other people's videos during your stream. But if you haven't seen that, please look it up. It is just... I think the video is just called Worf versus Guile's theme song. But no, I like Guile. I don't know. It's just... I don't know if he's a good representation for America. I mean, like, a sumo wrestler, that is Japanese culture, right? And, you know, Dalsum, even though a lot of people can say he's somewhat racist, but he's a yogi, which I think kind of represents the culture of India, you know? What with the yoga and the mysticism. But Guile being our default representation, it just points that how much Americans we value the military-industrial complex, which, you know, kind of that is like our biggest claim to fame. And when someone like brags about America's the best, it always goes back to, well, we got the biggest army, we have the strongest army. You know, I just kind of wish that we had, I guess, an old blues musician would be my pick for the guy to represent America. Like, I would
sort of see Guile though as he's not a modern representation of U.S. You know, he's almost like that World War II-esque type. You know,
I was thinking more Top Gun.
See, I'm just saying, if Scatman Carruthers was a character in Street Fighter, I'd be happy with it.
Okay, so how about we have
Or Bob Dylan.
Street Fighter? We have an old black New Orleans jazz musician who fights with the trumpet to represent America. Does that sound awesome?
That is awesome.
That sounds awesome.
I mean, yeah, I think he's a much better role model than Balrog.
However, using a trumpet, that's kind of
But he's
unfair.
blind. He'd have to be blind.
When was he blind?
I just assume he's an old black musician with a trumpet. I'm just assuming he's blind. If we're hitting all the tropes, let's hit that one. That's
Okay,
the trade-off. He's blind, but he has a trumpet. That he shoots fireballs out of.
New great comments. Psycho Fox says Blanca as a blaxploitation hero in the 70s. I smell a
Coonskin.
Street Fighter versus Black Dynamite.
Or a Coonskin
Or
spinoff.
Coonskin panel. And then Glitterfist says we need a game where it's just countries, national animals, Street Fighter style. Mainly a Scotland.
Oh,
China would
that
win
sounds
though. They have the
awesome.
fucking panda.
And Polyester Kyle says Guile is a
Jingoistic.
jingoistic warmonger. That's pretty American in other nations.
That's true.
It's pretty American in our eyes,
But
honestly.
hold on, I gotta say something real quick before people get angry. Coonskin. That's not a phrase we're just throwing around because I know it's very offensive.
It's
a 1970s animated film by Ralph Bakshi, which actually stars Scatman Carruthers and Barry White. I haven't seen it yet. It's on my to-do list to see. It's actually supposed to be like really... it's kind of one of those movies that uses racism, ironically, to actually bring up underlying problems with society. So don't think that on this thing we're just like, let's throw around really offensive, hurtful race words. No, Coonskin is a movie by the great Ralph Bakshi, starring Scatman Carruthers. So there's a reason why we brought it up. There. I think I saved our ass from a lot of angry emails.
Well, I think we're probably about ready to wrap up.
I don't know. Let's talk about Street Fighter for a little bit more. I'm having fun. Let's just go down the list of countries.
We've got 20 minutes left.
Countries that aren't represented in Street Fighter. We're each going to name one, and then we're going to end the podcast, okay?
Oceania.
I keep saying podcast. Fucking Christ. That's ingrained in my DNA to call it a podcast. I'm like an old man. Are you doing podcasting in there on your Nintendo?
Shut up. Wales.
Well, if we were doing the animal
gotta
thing,
get
we'd win because it'd be a dragon.
That's true.
Okay, Wales. He'd be a coal miner.
He fights with the pickaxe.
Fights with a pickaxe.
By the way, we're Welsh.
We are Welsh. We can say these things. Addicted to heroin. So a heroin-addicted coal miner.
And his theme music would be Muse. Or possibly Super Furry Animals.
Oh, I'd love if he came out to Rings Around the World and flicked a cigarette at a guy in his eye. Okay, Canada.
No, wait. I mean, Scotland... Hold on. Does Scotland get Biss for their theme song? Or do they get what?
Yeah, I'd say Scotland should get bis. Ninja Vampire from.
Yeah, that's
very. That's just taking
Ninja
someone
Vampire,
from a song.
That's very Scottish.
Okay,
Ninjas, the
no,
most Scottish.
I challenged you, Canada. Who would Canada's representative be?
I know who it would be. It would be Georges St. Pierre, one of the greatest MMA fighters. Right
Did they
now.
just put him in the game?
Yeah, just drop it.
GSP. We're creating characters that represent the country. I can't just be like Chris Jericho.
Well, he's not. Is he Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Jason, don't talk about Canadian wrestlers, because I'll just start naming off every member of the Hart family.
do you think like Canada would just be like your Yukon lumberjack type rugged, bearded man?
I think a Yukon lumberjack he gives everyone a thumbs up before fighting.
I thought you just play as the kids in the hall.
Dave Foley dressed as a lumberjack, and when he beats you, he gives you life-affirming messages. Like, don't worry, you'll get the hang of this.
And then he pays for your healthcare.
Like, no. He says better luck next time in a non-ironic way.
Like, he literally wants you to do better next time. Because he's just that nice of a guy. Okay, give me a country, and I'll try it.
That's not represented already?
It's not represented already.
Madagascar.
I don't know anything about Madagascar. I'm just going to say Chris Rock is an offensive zebra.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay.
The Flight of the Conchords.
He'd have to be vaguely Hobbit-esque, but he would wear... Hold on. I'm not done yet. Only vaguely Hobbit-esque. He would be stocky and short, but here's the kicker. He would wear a tweed jacket and shorts.
Oh, God.
That's my New Zealander. That's my New Zealand pick.
No wool sweater?
Ooh, that's his DLC, is a wool sweater and a Kangol hat.
A way too thick wool sweater, even though he's out in the sun.
He throws sheep at you. That's his attack. Okay, let's challenge Andy. Ooh, we got to come up with one more Andy.
Go on.
I'm trying to think.
Jason, you got one?
There's so many Street Fighter characters. There's not that many countries that have been
Seriously.
covered. Oh, I got one. Romania.
That is legitimately an incredibly hard one.
You can take the easy way out.
What?
Say Dracula.
Well,
Just no. A guy who's really emo looking that everyone mistakes as Dracula. But he's not.
So,
he just gets pissed.
I'm pretty sure they already had an emo fighter in Third Strike.
Oh, check the comments. What are people saying about our little game?
Let's see.
There aren't any Australians. Oh, Polyester Kyle says, there aren't any Australians in it either. I would have to imagine just Bob Peck from Jurassic Park. Oh, clever girl. Or Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan dressed as Hulk Hogan.
Oh my god, that sounds perfect.
Like he's just Paul Hogan, but he just has like the largest arms in the world, brother.
The joke has been done a million times, but I'm just imagining him fighting Cody. No, I don't even have to say the joke, but it's obvious.
Let's see.
Hold on, was there another country we thought? Oh, Romania.
Romania. We stumped you on Romania.
Where's Rose from? Oh, she's Italian, isn't she?
Yeah, she's Italian.
Why is she Italian?
They need an Italian.
I guess because she's supposed to be Lisa.
I think because someone walked in with a sketch of the Italian fighter and it was just Mario making a pizza pie. They're like, okay, I know we're dealing stereotypes, but come on, reel it back, guys.
Not that bad. Come on.
Come on. He's like, no, he throws the leaning tower at you. Okay, come on. Okay, second idea. A gondola worker. Get out of my office.
He fights with an oar. Get out.
Okay, I have this really freaky thing going on. I just looked up because I was gonna choose. I was looking at this thing about the Icelandic police.
Yeah.
They have shot and killed someone for their first time ever. Because I was thinking they must be such a peaceful person, people. What would their fighter be? But as a side note, this article that I'm looking up was written by Josh Voorhees.
That's kind of freaky.
That's kind of freaky.
Jason, okay.
So close.
Let's not mention police brutality anymore. You're bumming us out.
No, but I bet the Icelandic police.
Yeah, it was
they probably had a good reason to shoot the guy, considering it's the first time it's ever happened.
Was it with a snowball gun?
Oh, what if that's the first time they were given guns?
Oh god.
And it goes off and shoots a.
Okay, let's move away from this discussion before it gets completely
It's just a
awful.
teenager with Parkinson's disease.
Oh god.
Well, okay, so they
Please,
have-
back into the racist Street Fighter come.
No, okay, so
Romania, go! You're on the spot. We're not moving on until you get
I
this
don't know
one.
that much about Romania.
Okay. Jason, give me one.
Hold on, give me some.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could go with Sweden.
PewDiePie. Sweden. What represents Sweden?
Heavy metal.
Oh, that's right. They have death metal over there. That's like the inverse. They're such a peaceful, nice people, and then they're so pent up because they can't outlet their frustration that they just create like the blackest music, like the most soul wrenching, just from the dark pits of their hearts. So yeah, I'm gonna say overweight, tall, bad makeup, splotchy skin, and like a lot of eyeliner and like blood coming out of his mouth, wearing bondage gear, but extraordinarily soft-spoken and can't make eye contact with people.
Okay, here's another.
But he
weird
still
one.
speaks in Japanese because of Street Fighter.
Another weird one, Cuba.
Cuba?
There's not a Cuban Street Fighter?
I don't think there's many of that Latino Street Fighters at all.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an underserved population. I mean, Vega is from Spain.
Yeah, he's from
Doesn't
Spain.
look it. Oh, I don't know. Spain.
No, Spain has.
Yeah, Spain. Yeah, they're much lighter complexion.
He varies. I mean, think about it. In Street Fighter the movie, they actually picked a guy who actually looked.
Yeah,
Very
who looked very Hispanic. Okay, Cuba. Can I just put Fidel Castro in?
I knew it was gonna.
I
go
think he
straight
looks
there.
awesome. No,
'Cause he actually
Che,
looks like
just a young Che Guevara. Boom.
Oh god.
He looks like a fighting game character, and you'd sell a bunch of T-shirts.
Glitterfist said the Swedish fighter is just a heavy metal IKEA worker.
He hits you with stools.
Polyester Kyle says Romania equals 11-year-old gymnasts. So yeah, I mean we have the
He
Japanese.
nailed it.
girls.
Polyester
So, there
Kyle
you go.
freaking nailed it. Everyone
Thank
give
you.
that man a round of applause.
You just saved it. You
I've
just
got
saved
one last one,
it. Okay.
and I'm just going to say it. Antarctica. I know it's a continent, not a country, but Antarctica.
And also, no one technically lives there.
I have my answer.
It'd just be a scientist.
The members of GWAR. GWAR are the only band from Antarctica. You do a tie-in DLC pack. There you go.
They'd
Where-
literally be the only people from.
They have their own weapons. You know, they have their own super moves. Boom. Odorous Urungus. Beefcake the Mighty.
Wouldn't
Balzac the Jaws of Death.
would Antarctica be like an H.P. Lovecraft character? Like he throws penguins at you?
Okay, never mind. You know what? It's just R.J. McCready. You got a guy with a big bushy beard wearing a big wool coat. And he throws coffee cups at you and gets angry at computers when they beat him. Okay, well, this has been Scum of the Earth.
Hold on, where's Rolento from?
Ooh, good question.
Get on Wikipedia, look that up.
He looks like he could be Cuban.
Oh man, I gotta look it up.
I'm looking it up. American-born German? That's lame. He's also American?
I'd rather him represent America because isn't he a criminal? So you have the military-industrial complex vibe because he's this really stoic, hard-assed military guy who has a big pipe and a cattle crop, but he's also a criminal. So boom, America, the guy.
Also, he doesn't have any eyes. So,
Like most Americans.
that's cool.
He has no
just
pupils.
got white
Are we mermaids?
eyes.
Yeah. Jason, are you a surface dweller? Fucking
Yes.
surface dwellers.
Okay, full disclosure, I really thought Jason said, "Are you Mormon?" And this got a like really weird turn.
That'd be a good Street Fighter character. He gets to throw his 7 wives at you. That's his projectile attack.
I'm so
They get younger each time he throws them.
I'm so disappointed that Rolento is from America. That's lame. We
Why?
don't deserve Rolento. He's too cool for us.
Rolento is...
I would rather him be Cuban.
We need to go to impoverished countries and give them our cool Street Fighter characters.
With your help, we can give other countries positive Street Fighter role models by being incredibly racist and making them look like monsters without eyes.
What about Georgia? Who do they get?
The country or the state?
The country. We're gonna get specific, and each 50 state gets it. Why isn't that a game? Why isn't there a fighting game where instead of the countries of the world, it's just the 50 states?
I don't know. Probably because 50 characters would cost a shitload of money.
That's true. That and also North Carolina and South Carolina would be mostly identical characters.
Except one would be more racist.
Someone would be like, whoa, hold on. So who's gonna be the Southern character, like the hillbilly character, and every single country would claim it as their own. I mean, state. Like George would be like, we should have the hillbilly guy. Oh man, I guess that would just be a battle of hipsters and shit kickers. It could be like Marvel vs. Capcom. We'll just call it shit kickers versus hipsters. That's all we got in America. You're one or the other.
Polyester Kyle says that our greatest national treasure is Metro City Mayor Mike Hagger. But I would like to point out that Mike Hagger is partially based on someone from England. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's kind of.
I know he's kind of Freddie Mercury-esque. Is that where you're going from?
Yeah.
But I thought he was a Farsi.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury is born in England, but he's Farsi.
I thought he was. Well, he wasn't born in England. I thought his parents immigrated
Oh, that's right.
after he was born. I think he was born in Iran.
What do you know?
But I would say Mike Hagger is a little bit Freddie Mercury, but mostly he's Jesse the Body Ventura. Governor Jesse the Body Ventura.
Well, I say that he's all Freddie Mercury, and you're just saying that because it's a conspiracy. Okay, we have almost been going on for 3 hours.
Well, I think we hit our mark, everyone.
Let's end this.
Let's end this. Scum of the Earth, Sleepy Time Team, blah, blah, blah. This was our Friday the 13th cast.
We love you all.
Stream session,
Thank
pod
you for the happy
sesh.
birthdays.
Thanks to Jason for being here over Skype. Thanks to Andy for being born.
You're welcome, world.
And most of all, I just want to give a big shout out to Roman for helping this happen by giving us an explicit
Even though he's asleep.
Even though he's asleep. Sweet dreams. Maybe he has us on in the background and we can start like imprinting things in his dreams.
Use your white noise, Roman.
Oh no, he has 2 white noise machines on. They're playing conflicting things.
They're white noise. They should be the exact.
Let's start chanting
They're both
scary
random.
things to give him nightmares. There's a skeleton in your bathroom. He's hiding behind the toilet, and every time you look to see where he is, he goes invisible. But just when you think you're safe, you'll feel his bony hands running down the back of your neck. There is a cockroach the size of a dog. He lives inside of your freezer. And if the lights are off and you stick your hand inside, he'll bite your fingers off. All of your teeth are falling out because a spider laid eggs in your gum line. Okay, so now that we've scarred him for life, I want to thank Roman for making this all happen. I want to thank Roman for making this happen by giving us a subscription to XSplit. I want to thank all of you out there who are watching it and sticking up with our bullshit, or putting up with our bullshit.
Thanks for the great comments.
Thanks,
tonight.
thanks
we had
Glitterfist,
great
Polyester Call, Psycho Fox, Rebel Worm, everyone out there. If you want to see more of this, the best thing you can do is tell your friends to watch our videos. The more subscribers we get, the more we feel inclined and vindicated to do this stupid shenanigans like this.
And also, don't just tell your friends. Make sure you hound them and actively watch. You know, if you can install some sort of spyware to actively pursue that.
Go to a party and bring your laptop.
Yeah.
Unplug the speakers that is playing John Legend or whatever, and turn our video on.
Yeah.
After they're done kicking your ass, I'm sure that we're gonna get a few subs.
If it makes you feel better, I can sing John Legend in the stream in the background, and
they'll
won't.
never know the difference.
I sound exactly like him.
He does.
Girl, I'm in love with you, but this ain't the honeymoon. Past the infatuation phase. Perfect, right?
Perfect.
I
Okay.
think that's a great
I would
way-
say that our
Awesome.
Jason, how would you describe our run through of Friday the 13th?
pretty unlucky.
I was giving you the perfect run joke and you just fucking let it fall. You were the worst improv partner. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Perfect run.
Bye. Sneak into your friend's house and write our name in blood, and they'll have to go to our YouTube account.